Hello, DM.
Hello.
Hello.
Aurora says you might be muted.
I am muted. Oh my god. Thank you,
No!
Aurora.
No.
Let's backtrack that a bit. Welcome in, everybody. Hello, players. Welcome.
Hello.
Gotta love the scuff, right?
It's okay. It's bound to happen, but you push forward.
We do push forward.
It's okay because no one heard you, so it didn't happen.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
it's totally not like I think I did it good the first time.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Dude, I did the same when I was doing my one shot. It's okay. It happens.
Welcome in, everyone. So this is a 5-part special known as the Fall of Ithalus. This is meant to be kind of an introductory for a lot of people who have never played my world, and also for you, the viewers, to kind of get an idea of my world. As this takes place 2,000 years in the past, and kind of gives a baseline of why things went as they did. As this takes place before the Schism of the Gods, and in a time of, well, prosperity, one might even say. As we find ourselves in what might be seen as the heart of the world, Ithalus, a city blessed by multiple gods, and we find ourselves in a very special time. Before we introduce players, don't worry, I got a certain kind of thing for us to do. Welcome,
Everyone roll death saves.
No. Welcome, one and all, travelers far and wide. If you don't know me, my name is Sanguine Stories, or Lynn. But today, I will not only be DMing this short mini-series, but I will also be telling this story from the perspective of a person known as Edric Sunhollow. For those present, who've played a couple of my past games, this character might seem familiar to some extent, as he is one of the rare few who survives this event. Welcome, everyone, to the Fall of Ithalus. Our story takes place in the year 268, post-DS, also known as post-Divine Schism. In the City of the Sun, Ithalus. Ithalus is a city of great renown and power, having been founded over 250 years ago. With today being its actual 250th anniversary of being founded. The crown jewel of the great expanse, people from far and wide may travel here for trade or wealth. A divine bastion, holding and worshipping the gods in great regards. Currently, in its 9th rule of Queen Elinthra, Ithalus is in a time of true prosperity. There is no war, there is no large-scale conflict or hatred held between people, or at least above the surface. The city streets are filled and bustling with races far and wide. People from all walks of life greeting one another, the sounds of sultry whispers filling the streets of the Gold-Spanned Way, a large red light district within the city. Meanwhile, the crashing waves of the northern coast, as heralds of the wave crasher pray for safe passage for the ships leaving the city. Didn't mean to stop the music. Our story, however, begins in the city's center, in the Sunwalker's wake. A city trisection blessed by the steps of the Eternal Dawn himself, or so the legend goes. However, suddenly, an explosion rings out within earshot, all eyes caught by the sheer volume of its blast. Fireworks and flares blast out from the tops of the nearby buildings, as the festival of the Great Founding is occurring. The cheers of the people ring out as they watch from the streets and balconies of the many houses. Flower petals are thrown out to the marching performers and members of the parade. Colored smoke bombs Fill the sections of the sky with celebration as we celebrate the combined union and joy amongst races, far and wide. Gifted to us by the gods, for it is to them we thank this union and prosperity. Drinks are handed out from the bountiful grand tavern of the Belching Bear. Ray, if you could please introduce yourself and your character as you're handing out drinks and food out to the nearby people as the parade begins and moves past you.
I am Ray, or Shroomy Bunny. My character is Vessa Amberglade. They are oddly enough, an elf, but sort of a old world elf of sorts. If I can remember correctly, in your world, they kind of have sort of a more primal vibe to them.
You're an Eladrin, right?
Yeah, basically that equivalent. And I am, oddly enough, on the primal side of things. I'm also a barbarian. They have their own tavern called the Belching Bear. And it's a bit of a spectacle of sorts, with the center of it all being sort of a stage in a way for bards or even the occasional fight night that they like to host. And they're sort of participating in the events of just assisting with providing food and drink for the festivities, for people to just enjoy and have a good time.
And have you said your name right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. For those that are curious and have not seen Ray's character art, this is Vessa.
Super cool.
Yeah, I'm not a little gremlin,
There's
but
two Vesta.
still sort of kind of a little gremlin. I know.
The crowd.
They definitely. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you're more than welcome to continue.
No, go ahead.
The
I wasn't
crowd
really gonna say anything else.
is bursting loud. You see performers walking in front of you, all different arrays of things, be it dancers, musicians, even just guards doing military walks. This seems like one of the biggest parades you've seen in the last 20 years. This is a big moment for a lot of the people here. This anniversary means a lot. What would you like to do as you're passing out food, drinks?
Oh, I think that's sort of their sole focus, is just kind of like making sure everyone is good and like content. They like pass by on occasion to different tables to make sure everyone's all good. And I think they also try to like even get their own little peek in on like how the parade is going as well. As you know, there are people marching by and floats and stuff going by. I think maybe even also to see if they can spot anyone that they might even recognize, or if at all like regulars or like friends, or and just, you know, to show their appreciation to them and stuff like that.
Yeah, you see a lot of your regulars from your normal tavern regulars. You'll see a lot of new faces. Seems also a lot of people came in from other cities and towns just to see this.
Definitely think it is always sort of, despite them probably having seen these kinds of things before, it's always exciting. And sort of, I guess, like as things kind of go into not really a lull, but like more just kind of like everyone's good and there's kind of like a pause, and people needing things, they kind of like, as they're cleaning stuff, just very contently watching.
It's not. As you are going about your business, doing, you know, your trade, if you will.
Yeah.
The sound is interrupted as the sounds of cheers and people are silenced by the sound of the air being torn asunder by the flapping of large wings. Shooting through the sky as the crowd screams out and cheers, pointing up towards the sky. As the great cloudbreaker bursts through the sky and lands on the ground. The great dragon lord of the wind, Maestreza, has landed before you all. Ari, could you please introduce yourself and your character as you and your mate land before the crowd?
Yeah. So hi, I'm Ari. I am playing Arianwen Tifanigua. I am a huge figure. People don't know what she is. A lot of people speculate that she is some kind of titan or like a sub kind of person of that, because she's about 7 to 8 feet tall, especially in her armor. People haven't seen her outside of her armor, but they know that she is a dragon rider, and that she is married to the great Cloudbreaker, my wife. Yeah, I am a dragoon, and a secret something else. Will come out very soon. Yeah, I'm clad in heavy pink and black and grey armor, a very imposing figure with a huge glaive.
As you land, there's a bit of the gravity of weight as you suddenly land, your body moving forward briefly as you catch yourself. You see a lot of the crowd looks up at you in silence before bursting out into cheers. However, your eye specifically catches a young girl. You see in her arms a small little dragon teddy bear as she waves over to you. And you notice she begins to sign to you in hand sign language as she says hello.
Yeah, I sign back to her. I say, I hope you're enjoying the festival.
You see she smiles, big giant beaming smile as she signs back that she loves the dragon.
Yes, I'm back. Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Underneath her armor, she's got a big smile and she's thinking of wife and she's blushing all like, yeah, my wife is awesome.
You see some of the other dragons that follow soon after your dragon, which for those that don't know what the dragon looks like, this is Maestreza, the Cloudbreaker. But the Ari's character, you know them as Maya.
It's my wife.
Your wife.
My
wife.
I love my wife.
Following soon, followed thus thereafter, is Giseldra, the Storm Herald. The sounding of clapping thunder and lightning following soon after.
She's aight.
You see their rider riding atop them, adorned in red armor.
I like to think that people at this point would probably end up like going out of the tavern, probably just fucking standing there in amazement at the dragons.
Most people are. Well, dragons generally are flying about in protection of the city.
Mm.
Dragons are not a rare sight. They're very common. These
It's
are the
still very
protectors.
cool.
Oh yes, these are the dragon lords. Those of the Six, chosen by the Wayfinder to protect this city.
Oh yeah.
Followed then after being the Mountain Forger himself, Myadrin. There you go. Their rider adorned in a purple regale, very similar to that of your character, Ari.
Mhm.
Over there, then swiftly
We're all
followed
coloured like the Power Rangers.
in a little bit. Thus followed is the Bringer of Ember, Rethlexar.
Big boy.
Mhm.
The Ember
Damn
is
it, I
so
just know
glowing.
his human version is really hot.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. You see their helm, unlike yours, actually has that almost antler-like pattern and horns shooting from the helm. You would also know that they, underneath their armor, even though appearances may be confusing, are actually a winged. Why am I Icarus? Sorry, an Icarus. My brain blanked on the race name.
You're okay.
And then a rare-born dragon lord, a rare sight to see even just among dragonkind, Equistris, the twin-starred. Rare and unique in their born, being a two-headed dragon.
My favorite dragon.
The left one told a really good joke.
You see their rider, his armor split down the middle, black and white. And then, last but not least, Indomidraxis, the Iron Legion, flies in last. Arguably one of the biggest of the dragons.
Oh.
Yeah, he definitely looks so cool.
Their rider adorned in completely black armor with slight accent of red.
Ooh. Hell yeah.
Also realizing I don't know how to get rid of that pop-up now for stream. Well,
Probably just clicking off
This
of
is
it,
all
no?
you see now.
you know, you'd think
All
you
you see
just
is
click
the
off of it. It doesn't do it.
Oh.
Maybe
Click it,
escape?
or
Let me see. There might be a button I can use. Apologies, Chad. I'll make it close in 10 seconds. Good. It's okay. I expect your scuff. Aww. Well, it should disappear. But it does not take long for your character Ari and Maya to continue walking down the parade, the dragons falling with you. Is there anything else you'd like to do as you are marching forward?
Yeah, I'll just survey, see how people are, make sure there's nothing nefarious happening. Always on the job.
No, it seems more, again, as I mentioned earlier, more people than you've ever seen at any of these festivals. It seems people from 5 towns over have all traveled here just to see this. In celebration, as this is a 5-day celebration. This is just the first day.
How are my other, my fellow dragon riders? How are they, like, obviously wearing armor, so can't see their faces, but like, how they vibing? They just chilling?
Most seem to be very well. You know that the rider of Indomidraxis, name is Igrin. Igrin is resolute as ever, emotionless. It feels like. However, for the rider of Mydrand, he's a new rider. He seems quite anxious and nervous. The past.
Are we walking together, or are we just kind of walking alongside each of our own dragons?
It's almost one after the other in a line.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of see he seems very nervous, kind of giving like shaky waves towards people. His prior rider sadly passed away the year before.
Oh.
So, are we like near each other? Can I like talk to him?
You could talk if you'd like.
Yeah,
the crowd
okay.
is very loud.
Just what's his name?
Give me a history check to see if you even know his name.
No, no.
That's fair. He's new.
That's
history. No,
Yeah, you don't know his name.
I don't know his name. I yell, "Hey, new guy, relax." Hope he doesn't get hurt.
Thank you. I will. Yes.
This is a day of joy, not anxiety.
I for some reason feel my heart in my throat. Is this normal?
No! She had to think about it for a moment. Do I know what race he is under his arm?
You don't know.
Yeah, that's what she had to think about. It's just like, I don't think there's any race that has a heart in a throat. No, that's not normal. Just calm down. It's all good. Enjoy it.
I'll try. As you all continue going forward.
But not a bad vibe. I don't say that.
As you all march further down the Sunwalker's wake, as the very sun seems to almost walk down the way followed by the moon and stars, a float pulled toward by Pegasi and crowned in gold and jewels, an offering by the eternal dawn, the god of the sun. Worshippers of the sun stand and perform atop the giant float as the rising burning star rides atop the float, chosen for today to someday hopefully step up and become the high priest of the sun. Mhara, could you please introduce yourself and your character as you stand atop the float, the sun beating upon your back and giving you warmth and comfort?
You would all see, I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of this race, my apologies, the Erugo, which is effectively like a moth person of sorts. They are very short, probably about 5'2", and are dressed in very flashy, kind of formal, silken kind of gown with very kind of like a fluffy kind of, almost like a mane, like a kind of shawl of sorts over them. That appears to be their kind of natural fluff. They are probably a very odd sight within the Eternal Dawn followers, but they seem to be kind of lapping it up with a joyous smile on their face.
Mm-hmm. All right. You see a lot of the people like almost bring like medallions and idols in their hands of the Eternal Dawn, raising it up to you, almost as if like to request blessings and to give them boons, seeing you almost as if you are the sun, or the speaker of the sun.
Of course, we'd be handing out as many boons as we can, for today is such a joyous day.
Why will that dragon not disappear? I'm sorry.
Do you just mean
You're
like
okay.
refresh the page?
I might need to. I'm gonna briefly refresh it. Apologies.
No, you're all good.
Good time.
It was an unexpected little thing.
Unexpected stuff.
Look at me, chat. I am
Yeah.
glorious.
Bloody dragon.
Yeah,
trying
that
to
dragon,
everyone.
that dragon
For
in
real.
particular has an ego.
Not also him being like the biggest dragon as well, so it's kind of like it definitely does seem like an ego thing.
It might be.
I don't know,
An
dragon
It would be.
looking kind of good.
Hey, if he's not married to his dragon rider, then maybe we know who Ace is gonna romance.
Oh
if
boy.
you
Oh
can.
no.
If you can.
You have 5 sessions. Good luck.
Speedrun, let's go.
Yeah.
Do you do anything while you're on the float?
Just try and make sure that everyone, has the best day they can. Luumi is very keen to, try and make sure that this festival goes according to plan and as glorious as it should be for the Eternal Dawn. She'd be handing out boons if she could to as many people as possible, really, and also probably showing off a little bit of, a little bit of light magic, trying to show off the powers of the Eternal Dawn.
I gotcha. You know that right behind you is a float, being that of the moon, and then followed after the stars.
Oh yeah.
But away from the parade, atop the walls of the city watching from afar, cotton linen and burial garbs cling tight to the mummies and the dead, as the warrior of the night watches from afar, a bit of laughter on your lips, watching the spectacle below. Ace, could could you please introduce yourself and your character as you stand and watch your undead guardians standing in watch beside you?
Hello, my name is Ace Kuriyami, and I am playing my character Asim, Asim Menes, and yes, um, as I'm looking out to the crowds and slightly smirking, seeing how much joy everyone has, I can feel the heaviness of my eyes from working very late last night and not getting any sleep. But I'm doing my best to make sure that nothing is suspicious happening in between the crowds.
Very well. It seems a bountiful day, though the night is a place of danger and worry, so you are vigilant. Your undead at the ready, their weapons and garbs ready, a lot of which are entombed in ritualistic and burial garbs of linen wrapped around their bodies and faces. Yeah. However, you notice particularly the silence fall amongst the crowd as the people of Ithalus seem in silence and awe as the last float of the parade now is being pulled forward. Standing atop the seat of Ithalus, pulled by primordial lions of gold fire, sits the Queen of Ithalus, chosen of the divine by blood and right. Beside her stands two men. One to her left, the great spy master of Keftrim, who looks like thus.
Hmm.
And on her right, Hotline, if you could please introduce yourself and your character and the role in which you lay within the royal court, knowing that, of course, that the people of Ithalus look up to you with hope and adoration.
I am Ketch Surveys. I am a simple monk who achieved genuine, true spiritual enlightenment and thus ended up being the spiritual advisor to the Queen herself. I am loving all of this because it's nice, so I'm like, all into the joy of it all. Lots of waving, smiling, and such. But yeah, I stand very proudly by the Queen's side.
You'd hear Keftrim lean forward towards the Queen. By the way, milady, a guest has arrived. They are being held, of course, until the party, but they wish to speak to you. They hail from Drakenfell. She nods her head before turning back towards the crowd, waving. Keftrim makes eye contact with you, nodding.
I smile, nod back.
He would seem to go behind the throne before walking over to your side, before whispering, not as if to hide it from the Queen, but to make sure no one can see his lips, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Spy master and all.
Exactly. It would appear we have friends from Drakenfell. An event has occurred. It would seem the Lord of Storms has met with blows with his brother.
Oh dear. Okay. I'm gonna put my massive hand on his shoulder. It'll be okay.
I do not know how you can keep such optimism.
Just easy, innit? Just chill out. It's fine. Enjoy yourself.
You see, he gives
Just
you like a
chill out.
skeptical look.
This guy's so severe. He's killing my vibe. Send him back to the other side of the throne.
He will bow his head before going to the other side. You both are seen as the left and the right hand of the Queen.
Nice that he keeps me in the loop at least.
Of course. He's not conniving to the backstab you.
No, of course, no. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying it's nice that he's not like intrinsically untrusting. And what did he say? The Stormlords met with blows from his. Has had blows or met with blows from his brother.
It would appear that
Important distinction.
The two gods, being that of the tyrant, the ruling tyrant, and his brother, his twin brother, the Zephyr King, have met with blows.
They've had a scrap.
Yes. However, this is very rare. Not in your lifetime has it ever happened. And it's very rare for the gods to physically manifest and meet blows. You've heard tale that apparently a great storm had happened at Drakenfell, but you haven't heard of any word since. It would appear that the Spymaster has heard something new about this event, and some form of herald of the storm has arrived at the capital, at the throne, if you will. Is being held for later to conversate with the queen and presumably yourself during the party tonight.
Okay, I will. I'll bear this in mind, but I'm gonna make an active effort to not betray any concern to the crowd, because everybody's happy. Don't wanna cause any, because you're watching a parade and one of the queen's blokes is looking worried.
Especially the one that's meant to be
super chill all the time. Yeah, that's not great. So
you'd notice.
Yeah, I will take care not to betray my concern, but there is concern because like you said, this is I've been alive a long time and I've never heard of this.
You should lock eyes with a child and go, ooh.
You're gonna die. Just you.
At that thought, you look over to your right, and as per usual, mute of all emotion. The Spymaster, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he's dropped this bombshell to you, you would be none the wiser if you were to his face.
He'd be a terrible Spymaster if he looked nervous at any point. So that's no cause for concern. If he looked concerned, I'd be shitting it.
You're like, oh shit, we gotta worry about this guy.
All my chill would be gone. My spiritual enlightenment out the window. I'm terrified if that guy looks worried. So that's good.
You'd feel a slight tug on your elbow from the queen, as Queen Elinthra would look up to you.
Yeah, I'll kind of tilt my head, kind of lean sideways.
Gorgeous
Oh
lady.
dear, she's hot.
I probably can't.
No, she's the queen.
I mean, you never know.
I didn't say I wouldn't try. I said I probably can't.
You would know she does not have a husband or any wives.
Whoop.
Shit.
However, you know it is very, very
try.
common for the many kings and queens of Ithalus have many concubines.
Oh, it's a
I'll be one of them.
table,
Yeah,
No problemo.
easy.
Done. Sold.
In your spiritual enlightenment, you've told her, if you so wish, my queen, I will bear you a child. And she's like, that is not possible. That's not how it works.
You would also know that it's very common for either if the king or queen says, hey, I want to smash, you don't say no.
Well, obviously, it's my
Randall
duty
twins.
as spiritual advisor. It's a
also-
spiritual experience.
It's generally seen as especially if you were there first, a very big sign and message, because the firstborn of the king or queen, does not matter what gender, they will be the next to rule unless the gods say otherwise.
Yeah, that's how.
Does the queen have an heir currently?
No heir.
Oh,
I'm on it.
She's only been the queen for 9 years.
right.
I'm on it.
Trilo
But I
believes in
will-
you, Hotline.
Thank you, Trilo. I'll lean sideways. I'll keep my face out to the crowd. But I'll kind of lean down sideways so that she has my ear. Yes?
You had more turnover this year than last.
I know. People love you. And the dragons.
Sometimes I do worry if it's me or you that they wish to see.
I'll flex. I'll I'll put in a show. Go on then. I'll flex.
She will cover her mouth as she laughs. Though
It's you. It's you. It's obviously you.
I do hope we're able to bring hope to our people.
Look at them. They look plenty hopeful already. They're loving it. I wouldn't worry.
You look briefly towards her, and you know she's smiling, but you see there's a bit of doubt in her face.
Okay, and I'll kind of squat down next to her, and I'm gonna like scan the crowd. Is there anybody that looks like they're having a particularly good time?
Yes.
Like, okay.
You see like someone who like looks like they are like adorned in like not as if they're a worshiper or a priest, but almost like a like football games or like
like real team spirit sort of shit.
Wearing the Queen's merch.
Not Queen merch. They're wearing like sun merch where they've got like a sun shirt and like sun banner, and they're just like they're waving it. They're going wild.
Yeah.
Go son.
Exactly.
I'm gonna kind of direct the Queen's attention to them. Be like, look at that. What is that guy if not maybe a little too hopeful? I think he'd be pleased if the sun smoked him.
Honestly, probably.
Which it will if he does not put a shirt on.
Gods forbid. I hope that wouldn't happen.
He's going to have a nasty burn if he doesn't sort it out. But look! And, then I'll kind of generally direct to the reams of adoring fans. They love you. They are hopeful. They are content. They are pleased. And if anybody's not, then it'll be okay. We'll figure it out.
Well, thank you, Ketch.
You're welcome.
You are quite a catch to have at my side.
Was that a pun? Was that a pun?
Just because of mobility doesn't mean I can't make puns.
See, how can they not love you? You even make puns. That was terrible, though. Never do that again. Workshop that.
She will
come
smack
back to me
your
with it.
arm. Not painfully in any
No,
manner.
I know.
Very
I'm
much
getting
like
it.
a shut
get
up.
Like playfully.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that I do. Yeah. That I do. I do shut up. And then I will again flex the crowd. They do love it.
Oh my gosh.
You see a bunch of the other dragons, not the dragon lords, but the offspring of many of the dragon lords fly off around. Many of the people here, also players you would know, the dragon lords are many of the high-ranking, not as high-ranking as that of the queen, of course, but they are very high-ranking, seen as borderline demigod. Many of their children fly about, as they themselves also have dragon riders.
Does my wife have children?
They do have
you have
children,
children?
but it has been a very long time since they've had any clutch.
Okay.
Generally, the dragon lords who do have mates that are their own riders generally will not have any clutches for some time, as they only generally will have clutches as not a loving manner, but more of a, hey, we need more dragons.
Yeah. I understand. It's part of the duty.
Mm-hmm. Legacy.
Yep.
But
Plus, I think her children are all neat.
fair. And with that, time will slowly begin to pass on as the crowd and the parade begins to continue their course throughout the city. We're not cannon fodder. As we will shift a bit of time, unless anyone's going to do anything dramatic immediately.
I told that one guy to put on some sunscreen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that team spirit is going to get him a horrible heat stroke.
Yeah.
Yep.
I give him a thumbs up, but then I also am like, put on some sunscreen, please.
I blow a kiss to Winnie if I see her. That's what I'm doing.
I give you a thumbs up as well.
I cut that guy off from drinks because he had one too many.
He needs water. He needs water and a t-shirt.
In order to encourage the t-shirt, I'm gonna like create a light source above him, sort of as if like sun beaming down on him.
Bullying
Probably
slash looking
bask
after this
in
This
one
guy,
guy.
this guy was so hopeful. Every player has since noticed his team spirit.
He's
That's how.
ecstatic.
That's how powerful this man's aura is.
Like
We have to protect him to the end of the game.
Vesa,
he's like he's
you
like
hear
fucking
him-
Knight.
surviving.
He's fucking Knight Salur.
Vesa, you hear him like as you like to like, hey, no more drink. He's like, I can't believe they've all noticed me. My heart is pounding. You're partially worried, Vesa, that he might have a heart attack.
I calm his shit. I'm just like, I grab him by the ear. I'm like, come on, I'm giving you water. Like, just full mom mode at this point.
This man has been noticed by the owner of the most popular tavern in the city, the dragon rider, the religious leader, and spiritual advisor to the queen in the course of maybe 5 minutes.
Hey,
Best
just
day
that
of his
cool.
life.
It is a good day to be
it's a
that
day he'll
guy.
remember, and it might also
Yeah.
be his last.
No, stop.
No.
He'll be
No.
fine.
That man is
Give him a
surviving.
name. He needs a name.
Yeah.
New campaign goal, we must save him.
You know his name is
Yeah.
Rona.
Right.
Rona
down.
will
I have-
survive this.
I have
Well, I'm writing
notes.
this
I'm right.
down. Yeah. I'll write
Objective: protect
summary,
Rona at
guy.
all costs.
Rona.
Giving this man
My
some
temptation-
water and some food.
Big hope guy.
If it wasn't a touch spell, I was gonna say I'll cast Death Ward on him in case anything bad happens.
Oh my god.
But I can't get down from the float to help him, so he's on his own.
I will mention also, as we're going to do a time skip, we're going to do beats with everybody before everybody goes to the party. But first, Eowyn, or is Eowyn?
Me?
Yes.
Arian win.
Ariane Win.
Arian Win.
Ariane Win.
Ariane Win. Sorry.
It's okay.
Close
Well, the
enough.
DM can't pronounce your name.
Could just say win. That might
Yeah,
help.
Win.
Yeah.
Win,
Winner.
you're back at the main big fortress for the dragons. So it's also a shrine and temple to the Wayfinder, the prime dragon, if you will. Where's my arrow? There it is. I'm realizing chat can't see it because it didn't move chat. Guys, hey chat.
I don't think you used the right
here,
one.
That one. The large temple to the
Number
to the dragon.
18.
Number 18, also known as the Dragon's Roost. You're there, probably changing out from your armor regalia to that of your relaxing clothing.
Yeah.
You hear a knock on your door.
Who is it?
A friend?
Do I recognize that voice?
Yes.
Who is it?
You know that is Hemry. Hemry is a dragon rider who started at the exact same time as you did.
Okay.
He is the dragon rider to that of the Storm Herald.
Come in.
You see who would come in.
Oh, he's cool.
He is cool.
He's very cool.
So, I heard that we were supposed to be going to this party with the Queen and a bunch of the royal aristocrats. Also some religious ones.
Yes, you don't seem thrilled.
Hey, you've been to one, you've been to many. Been at this for what? 20 plus years?
True.
So,
But it is an extension of our duty.
this is true. Word on the street is some bad news also.
Any idea what that might be?
Not fully. Apparently, Drakenfell, to the west. Some event occurred, breaking the valley in two. A bit worrying, but we have to have smiles, they say. But
Well, things have been maybe a little too good for too long, so we'll
Fair.
just be on our guard.
Urthalexa and Domidraxis will be keeping watch for the night. We should be fine.
She nods.
But me and Jal will be going the cave. Are you and Maya?
Is Maya coming with me?
You would feel Maya's hands on your back as she leans forward, answering, "Well, of course."
Big
And,
smile.
Maya, you know, is still changing as they shapeshifted.
Yeah.
And that is Maya.
That's my wife. That's my wife.
Oh, they're so
She's
cool
so
too.
Your wife is so
pretty.
cute.
Yeah.
So pretty.
You would
That's
know
my
that
pretty
Maya
wife.
did lose one of her eyes.
Mhm.
However, she is still fine. It does not deter her.
I'll also say, because obviously I'm in my normal gear yet now.
Hmm.
I'm an elf. I'm an elf. I'm just a really tall, buff elf.
Don't
But in my
worry.
dress, in my corset, it's a little less noticeable.
I have image.
Look at me.
Oh, they're so pretty. What the hell?
I got the big blue hair with the undercut. And I got like celestial patterns all across my body.
You would notice
Yeah.
also, other than of course that Maya is currently not dressed. She's
block.
she's hiding her body, of course, behind you.
Yes.
You know she'll be wearing a gold, almost like silk gown with an open back.
Hell yeah.
Um,
Fluff up my dress a bit so you can't see.
he doesn't seem to be trying to look. You know for once that for one, Henry is gay. Henry and his own
It's
mate.
still her modesty.
Of course. Yeah. He would nod his head. Good to be at least you're going.
Were you worried that you might be on your own?
Of course.
And what of the others? Are they not going?
Some of them won't be. Some of them are traveling.
What about the new guy? Do you know the good new guy's name? I felt bad. I couldn't remember it.
Alexi.
Alexi. I'll remember for next time.
Complete goof, but yes, Alexi.
Oh, new guy.
Me and Jal will be going. Jal is overwhelmed and enjoyed and won't stop talking about going.
Well, then make the most of it. Have fun. It is a celebration after all, even if there is some potentially upsetting news on the horizon. All the more reason to make most of what we have right now.
Fair enough. Well, I'll leave you to it then. Try not to... He kind of gets a smug smile of sorts. Try not to get too messy before they run.
I just kind of point at him like, watch it. Okay, get out then.
He'll leave.
I just kind of stretch and turn to my wife, and I'm like, he worries too much.
And she will lean in and give you a very, very aggressive kiss before pulling you in. And sometimes I worry that you don't worry at all.
I worry a little, but we've got everything in place to be content and put that worry aside, at least for a day.
Fair enough. But
This is why we're friends.
I'm afraid I do have one bit of worry, my dear Wynn.
Regale me, my sweet.
However, my bit of it. As she will pull you into a side bedroom. I will then skip to another scene.
Nice.
Oh boy.
We get her in the dress after about 20 or 30 minutes.
Exactly.
That's a
Um,
lot. That is a lot of like you're fiddling with zips. Hell, that. Wow, that dress really must not have fit.
mhm.
Guy without
It
reading
must be a big
comprehension.
struggle with that dress.
Guy who doesn't know lesbians exist.
She's a dragon, so it's
Later
not a
on,
quick deal.
Later on, you would
Anyway.
see Jail and Hemmer just like tapping their foot, like look at their like as if they had a watch or like a pocket watch. Like, where the fuck are they? Then they see you guys up here. They're like, oh, women.
Dragon fucking.
Women.
Women.
You both are gay. Both parties are gay. It's okay.
Yeah. Oh, question: Is he his partner his dragon as
Yes.
well?
Hmm.
Oh, that's why me and him are friends. We get it.
You both also both in title or very similar. Your dragon's name is the Cloudbreaker. His dragon's name is the Storm Herald.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But we're gonna jump over to the Temple of the Sun.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Luumi.
Hey.
That was your first parade as the representative of the Temple of the Sun. As you of course find yourself at the prestigious Sunlight Peak.
Where is the temple?
It is number 20.
Oh, we speak.
The biggest temple.
Ah, hell yeah. Damn right it's the biggest. This is so important.
Yeah.
Eternal
It is
Dawn
important.
I
so
don't.
important.
It's not on the map, of course, but you know that there's also a magical phenomenon of almost as if there's a second sun that burns atop the peak.
Ah, it's so cool.
So even at night, there is light to be shed.
Would I know anything about that phenomenon? Like, is it like a gift from the Eternal Dawn, or
It is a gift.
Hell yeah.
This is his chosen city.
Hell yeah.
He blesses it.
This is why I'm here.
It sounds inconvenient.
Yeah, it's typing. Need darkness for the EPs?
Nah, it's fine. Just close your eyes. It'll be fine. But no, I imagine sort of after coming in from the parade, spending a bit of time up kind of top is probably a decent bit of peace and quiet for myself, where I can kind of speak with the Eternal Dawn, mutter small prayers and kind of be honest, I suppose, and admit that I was absolutely anxious and terrified during the entire thing, during the entire parade, terrified that something was going to go wrong, but glad that everything went fine, and also fortunately looking forward to the next one. As Luumi is very optimistic and very keen to look towards the future, and so would be full of optimism and joy and desire for more of it.
Your prayers are momentarily interrupted by a couple of knocks on the door, followed by, "Excuse me."
Oh, come in. One moment. And kind of hastily pause and get up.
You would know the person that enters in and stands before you. This is Amut. Amut is, for lack of better terms, kind of your personal guard.
Oh yeah.
As
Amut.
he's been
He
raised by
looks
the
so
sun.
hot.
He's been
Oh, yeah.
raised by the church.
He is cool.
What do you mean, Ari? This is utopia. Everybody's hot, right? Right?
That's true. That's true.
It's totally not like
Cracks up.
Pinterest only gives me hot characters.
Amut, what can I do for you?
Apologies, my lady. You have been requested to present yourself for the royal party, on behest of the high priest. You are represented.
Oh, but of course. I'd be honored. Great.
You
Where will it be?
Sorry?
Where will we be meeting them?
the bastions hold.
Yeah, of course.
You would know that the bastions hold, even though it looks like a small tower of sorts, it is a giant tower that has an interdimensional space within it.
Oh, hell yeah. That is cool.
You will however need to he kind of looks you up and down. Change.
Change? Why, is there a dress code?
Well, you will be before the queen.
She kind of nods.
He raises an eyebrow before tapping his foot. And if we are meeting the queen, you need to look your best, yes? If you're going to be the next high priest of the sun.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, true. Perfect. I'll go and look at a good outfit to wear.
Did they have you looking respectable? Respectable. You are
Are you saying I
a...
can look respectable now?
I did not say that. It's more of... I wish you to be able to have good start with nobility without them giving horrid speech.
Yeah, I suppose that checks out. All right, fine. I'll look out. I'll go and look at something. When am I expected to meet them? Do I have time to finish my
You have
prayers?
2 hours.
Oh, perfect. Sweet. I will meet you. Maybe we'll go there then, right?
Hope so.
Then let's do so.
Very well. You will then close the door.
He's so into you.
I got the opposite vibe. I feel
No,
like
no. He's into her. Big time. Big time. You don't give the next high priest cheek like that.
Yeah, there was level of sass where I was like, bro, you're supposed to be my bodyguard.
Can't I like behead you or something? Is that not like something I could do?
I will blame
Watch your fucking mouth.
In the name of the Eternal Dawn, I will blame you.
Oh, but third degree burns forever.
But no, yeah, I would then sort of, finish up my prayers and go and try and find the most fancy and ornate outfit that I can find.
Fair enough. You would know that there are a series of tressums that are almost at your beck and call.
Oh yeah.
That are able to deliver clothes and whatnot.
Perfect.
It seems like there's almost like little cat alcoves between your room and like a bunch of other rooms that they're able to like walk in between.
Oh, cat messengers is so cool.
And some of the alcoves that even go like to outside where they fly out to other alcoves.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I would request that the Tressums to requisition the finest of garb for me. Preferably something more silky and fancy.
You
Something
should
to put
wear
my
wear
friend.
this, but like instead of the stars at the bottom, it's like sun motifs.
Yeah, that could work.
Because
That
it's
could
kind of
actually
like
work
loose and
quite well.
flowy, silky, kind of got that like
Yeah.
priestess vibe, but like still very gorgeous.
Yeah, that works quite well. We'll go with that. It's a good shot.
I show chat. Also, I show chat what I say I wear. I gotta wear gold to match my wife.
Yeah, your
Okay,
your
gold
wife
will get
is
you.
wearing something that's like borderline simple, but also like eye-catching, but also leaves
Mhm.
very little at times to imagine.
Elegant.
Yes.
You mean
She
Yes.
is. She's incredible.
tasteful?
Yes.
Oh, my wife.
Oh, I love it. But yes.
Mhm.
Outside of that, kind of get everything ready and put on the fanciest of clothing that I can and try and put on a warm smile for the journey ahead.
All right. We have another little bit of jump. As we're actually to go inside the tower. As hey Ketch.
Yes.
You are not in a changing room this time.
Okay, good,
Shock.
because I'm the only thing I'll do is change the harem pants I'm wearing.
Yeah, I was gonna say the queen cannot put a shirt on you, and I don't think she wants
I
to.
will not be shirted.
You are actually in the bathhouse of the
That's
royal
wonderful
of
news.
the royal tower.
God, I love a bathhouse. Do continue.
Where's the royal tower?
right here.
Hell
Right
yeah.
in the middle. Whoa, that arrow's cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry, I love Foundry. It's great.
It phenomenal.
Agreed. It's amazing.
So you know that the tower is interdimensional within it. So you know the whole Doctor Who thing of it's bigger on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Think that at like the 10 times the scale. There's like multiple rooms and like levels.
Understood.
There's even portions where like you go outside, but instead of actually going outside in the real world, you go outside and you see the astral sea.
Yeah, so it's outside in a different realm entirely.
Exactly.
Different kind of outside.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Okay, yes.
There are other people, of course, in the bathhouse. But you're in a section where it's like you're kind of you have your space to yourself. There's the bathhouse is like giant, where the ceiling is about like 30 to 25 feet up. You've got like the large open center area, and then you've got like about 30 different like sections that kind of like if you want private time. But otherwise, it is a mixed bathhouse.
Okay. Modern, like it.
There is a request to not be too messy when you're with the other sex, or just if you're with your partner or a concubine, because
Not an issue. I'm being very well. I'm just meditating. How's that?
Fair enough.
I've got to keep up the spiritual enlightenment. You don't get it, and then that's that.
Yeah.
I constantly have to search myself. So there will be no ogling. I'm well behaved. Do continue.
Fair enough. Sorry, I'm trying to look for an NPC.
It's quite all right.
Would you say when you're meditating, do you have your eyes closed or open?
Open because because of my station, I can't afford to be unaware. But it's a sort of like, like kind of like trance state where I can perceive visual information. I'm just not thinking about it. That makes sense. Deep thought.
I gotcha. You would hear him before you saw him. Due to your passive perception, of course. You would also know based off the steps, you know this person. As a semi relation, close relation. You guys knew each other more when you were younger. And while you were journeying, he was a man who wasn't necessarily a benefactor, but was there never in your times of would be Lord Jamandi.
Sort of a confidant of sorts.
Exactly, Lord Jamandi.
Heard.
You'd also know he is not a human.
I can see that.
Of course. You know him to be a dark-skinned furbolg.
Oh, I love
I'm not a
Furbolg.
furry, but
We've already discussed this, Ari. Furbolgs don't count.
this is true. And Furbolg's always really hot.
I will. So you say I recognize his steps before I even see him.
Of course, yes.
In that case, I will sort of like spin around, smile warmly. Hello, my friend.
Greeting, Ketch. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too. What can I do you for?
Well, it is another anniversary. New year has come for our city.
I know.
I thought that time, of course, to visit you once more.
I appreciate that. But I'm not, not that important.
Not important. Then you do not see
Not that
your own
important.
purpose.
Yeah, but I'm important to one person.
And that one person is important to the entire city.
Yeah, okay, but that makes me by proxy important to everybody else. I don't see that as personal importance. Say what you will, I don't have an ego, apart from the flexing thing earlier. That was ego, I'll admit.
Well, might I puff up your ego further?
Absolutely, anytime, whenever you want, love it.
I don't have an ego, but
Whenever you want,
Well,
whenever you need.
unless I misjudged you, then I must correct you. It is not just but one person who cares about you, but several. I myself
Oh,
also
thank
care
you.
of you, Ketch.
Thank you. I care for you, you're my friend.
Yes, and you are more than a friend to me. I don't know what I'd be here today if you did not save my son.
Least I can do. It's like I say, right? Things are all going to be okay, but sometimes things aren't okay. Your son wasn't okay, so I made him okay.
Still. You remember that his son accidentally was drowning in the river, and you had saved it. And were able to perform, without it being called it in this day and age, CPR.
CPR.
Yeah.
Which is basically, for a monk, is basically just I punched him in the chest a few times.
But
Didn't
not
blow or
hard.
didn't or anything like that. I just kind of slammed into his chest.
Not hard,
Yeah.
hopefully,
He
because he's a 6-year-old, but
He
still.
died. Listen, I stopped your son from drowning, but I punched him in the chest too hard. Sorry. His
broke
lungs
his
have
sternum.
collapsed. His lungs have collapsed. My bad.
He will never walk again.
Yeah, so he's
He does
paralyzed, but
survive.
you know what? That's my bad. That's my bad. I'm sorry.
Like, not the positive. At least he's not dead.
Well, I thought I'd, of course, visit you to see how you are doing.
Okay. You know, Yeah, I'm okay. It'd be weird if I wasn't, right?
Well, you are the definition of weird.
How's that?
He looks you up and down.
I look me up and down. How's that?
Well, anyways. How is the queen?
I don't get why I'm weird. We'll continue. That was out of character.
How is the queen?
So just before I continue with this later, how freely can I speak?
So think about
I know
this.
that this.
In the
I understand that this
hierarchy,
guy's an. I know that this guy's a noble, but where does he sit in that hierarchy?
He's pretty prominent. He's in charge of like 98% of all your guys' ship stuff.
Okay, so because I assume I would know this. I'm just asking so Hotline knows. Would telling him of the Queen's like minor concern earlier be decidedly uncouth?
If it wasn't him, yes.
If so, okay, so he is of a station where I can do that comfortably.
No, it's more of he won't talk to other people.
Okay, and I trust him. He's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Okay. She's okay. She had a little like shake earlier, I guess, when we were on the float. I set her straight as is my job to do, but I guess it's just strange to see her unsure. It was only a little bit though. It's only a teeny tiny bit unsure.
You see, he takes one of his hands from out underneath one of his sleeves. He has his sleeves together, but he takes one away and kind of strokes his goatee. Bit worrying. Do you not think?
Yeah, just a bit. What? Sorry.
Bit worrying. Do you not think, Ketch?
No, I don't think so. If it was serious, then yes. And, that's my job to worry about things like that. But no, people can be... If she was uncertain about something of importance, be it a tactical decision or a decision of state, then I can worry, right? As is my job to. But no, people can have self-doubt. And, that's okay. And besides, like I said, I set it straight pretty quick. Nothing that would impact her ability to serve as our great and noble queen.
He smiles.
Besides, I don't know if you saw that guy that was causing a ruckus in town. That guy sorted her straight out. Shirtless guy, he had body paint. He was screaming. I was worried for him. That guy's having the best day of his life.
I saw the dear lad be pulled away by Vesa.
About time. I hope he gets a bloody drink down him that is not ale. Because he's going to have he's got his tomorrow. Oh, boy.
It's gonna be rough.
Well,
It's going to be painful.
has Hazard's given you an earful yet?
That's the spy master, correct?
No, Hazaret is actually, even though you don't need one, is your personal guard.
What the fuck I need one of them for?
Your backup.
I'm
if you
his
will.
guard. It's okay,
Correction.
baby boy. Sit down. Let me fight.
Correction. You know it is. They are a she.
Oh, my bad. My
Ooh.
apologies. That was sexist of me. I'm sorry. Sit down, baby girl. Let me fight.
You would know.
Let me double
even
down
though
on that sexism real quick.
You would know. Even though she could probably not hit you, if you did call her baby girl, she would try to punch you in the nose.
Well, she can't. That's okay. I imagine she's nice, though. Or is she very serious?
Very serious.
Oh, man. I
Like-
don't want a serious personal guard.
A little bit of a buzzkill.
Oh, I'm going to be a nightmare for her.
But she's only a buzzkill because of how carefree you are.
I just love life. There's nothing wrong with that.
She is not here, but you would know this is what she looks like.
I bet she's fuming that she's not here as I sit unarmored, unprotected in a bathhouse.
You're within the royal capital building.
but
You're
still.
fine. In theory.
No, she has not given me an earful. Likely on the part that I won't let her, because you see, I've developed this really great technique, right? So what happens is she starts talking about like, you can't go here, it's dangerous. And what I do is I make a noise in my head. And I'm gonna I'm like touching a finger to my temple and like my eyes are closed. I'm like concentrating.
Mhm.
And it goes away. It stops. I just make a noise in my head. I'm being very emotive with my hands. I do this in the flesh, but obviously nobody can see it. Yeah, you know, so she starts going on and on and on, and then I, it's gone. It's gone. Talking all about security risks and put a shirt on and stop shaking hands with everybody. They might have poison or daggers or some such. So if
Right.
she has, I wouldn't know it.
Funny enough that you mentioned that. There was an incident that the
Poison
docks this
or
morning-
daggers? What?
No poison or daggers.
Okay.
There was an incident at the port this morning.
Oh yeah.
A new arrival from Drakenfell.
Oh, I've heard about this. Go on.
This man had some of the port guards tried to stop him, asking for papers. He had apparently an urgent discussion needing to be had with presumably a noble or maybe even the queen.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Sap tried to stop the man. He's currently in the infirmary.
Ooh, big guy then.
Not exactly. From the description,
Oh.
a frail man with stark white hair, but
Powerful,
piercing
then.
white eyes.
Sounds powerful.
Apparently
Interesting.
Arms and even neck and body bandaged with what appears to be bandages. But the guard in the infirmary, word got around, as you know it does. Seemed to have had some electrical damage. Only of that of which you generally see of being struck by lightning.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with lightning pattern scars. Okay.
Bit odd.
I obviously out of character. I don't know what I can, because obviously I know to whom he's referring, but again I don't know what I can say. And this is understand if it's come from the spy master. Chances are I can't.
Fair.
So I'll
will
kind of
also
like
tell
nod.
you out of character. This is me informing you of information.
No, I know. I'm listening, because I'm assuming that the guy, this bandaged man with his lightning scars, who has come in, caused the ruckus, is the guest that is currently waiting to see the queen.
One could infer.
One could infer, and obviously the fact that his damage is in line with lightning scars implies the nature of what happened in Drakenfell. With these warring brother gods. So I'll kind of like nod, kind of take it into consideration.
Another thing.
Do tell.
While I was on my way here, the seer of the Temple of the Timeless, he wishes to speak with you tonight.
With me? Why?
Not to know. He's a young man. I don't know much about him, I'm afraid, but the Temple of the Timeless calls him a prophet. Though
I don't buy
such
in.
things
I
exist, I don't know.
don't really buy into prophets, but okay. I'll give him a minute at least.
Fair enough. Look for a man with dark hair, in robes of black, blue, and red. Bits of
Okay.
gold.
Okay. If
Often-
you see him first, tell him that he's free to seek me out. I'll
Very
likely
well.
be by the hors d'oeuvres.
Very well. He, from what I've been told, often has his nose in books.
It is if he might have to hang him upside down if he's doing that at a party, but okay.
Careful. Those worshippers of the Time Lord have a habit of freezing people.
Oh yeah, the cheaters. That's what they are. The cheaters. How can I win a fight if I can't move? I'll also inform my personal guard to keep an eye out for me, so that when she delivers the information to me, I can drown it out.
Well, that is all I'm
If you
say.
see her, can you let her know that she's fired?
I do not have the ability to fire her, and neither do you.
Neither do I.
The ability was severely revoked after the third time you asked.
You would know the only
I
other
just
person.
don't need a guard.
You would know that the only other person that can like displace Hazard from being your personal guard is the Queen.
Oh man, I'm gonna ask the Queen. I don't like a buzzkill.
You're not sure if the
Oh,
Queen,
I'm gonna warm her up. I'm gonna warm her up to me. That's what I'm gonna do.
the
That's
Queen
my challenge.
either ignores you because either A, station, or B, she
It's
finds it
funny.
amusing.
It's funny. It's just funny.
She's been your guard for the last 7 years.
Oh, I love her to pieces by now. Then I have to. I love everybody.
There's been a lot of instances where like you'll be running off going somewhere, and she's
Just don't wanna
chasing
fire
after
her,
you.
Oh, I don't want her to die for my sake. That's so sad. This bitch hates me. But I love her. I'm gonna be so nice to her, even if she's not nice to
You
me.
spent the 7 years trying to get her to like you.
You've been unsuccessful thus far.
It's not. It's not her fault. Nor is it mine. Okay. Is there any other impertinent pieces of information that I should be made aware of?
None that your spy master does not know, my friend.
Well, yeah, but that's like
I do not.
my spider master. The spider master knows everything. It's his job.
Yes.
I think he knows my. I think he knew my birthday before I did.
Some say he knows when people are born. Some people say he knows when people die. But at that rate, I'm starting to wonder if he's not just a, I don't know, spirit.
No, I put a hand on his shoulder earlier. He's corporeal enough.
He not cold?
Only in character. And he's still a nice guy. He's just spooky, you know? He's a spy master. He has to be. You can't be a spy master if you're not a little bit spooky. Because you have to, like, give people... I'm going to do, like, my best impression in an icy glare, but it loses all of its power because I've just got this shit-eating grin on constantly. I'm gonna give my friend, like, an icy stare. You have to give them across, like, banquet tables and stuff, you know?
I'm afraid.
And
My
say
friend
things
Ketch.
like, I am most displeased.
My friend Ketch, I cannot tell if you're either constipated or trying to fuck me. I hope it is neither.
It is neither. It is neither. It is neither. I was doing an impression of the spy master.
I think you've done a good job.
Thank you. Because he looks like he's constipated and wants to fuck you.
I hope you have garbs for the party.
Say again, sorry?
I hope you have garbs for tonight.
I have pants.
What are your fancy pants?
Mm-hmm. The Queen cannot, will not, won't not put a shirt on me.
Well.
I get too hot.
Who knows? If you play your cards right, she might do the opposite. Tear off your pants.
Ooh.
And with that, he'll leave.
Excuse me, do not speak of the Queen like that.
He's gone.
That is my job to imagine and your job to not speak about.
Is there anything you want to do before I do another hop, skip, and a jump to someone else?
No, that's fine. I'll dry off. Put on my fancy pants.
Very well.
They are the same pants, they're just cleaner.
I see. You would also notice that there is an earring with it that was not there part of your clothing, but it would appear, based on the design, you presume maybe a gift from the Queen?
Oh my god, she loves me.
Oh fuck! That's what I forgot in your art. I forgot the earring. You've got. Okay,
Oh, it is fine.
It's not on his art, but he's got loads of earrings and danglies. He loves that.
I do love that, but I will swap out some of my typical danglies for the one given to me by the Queen, which I will wear proudly.
Hell yeah.
Fair enough.
I want her.
At this point, you full throttle. I want her.
I totally.
You've got to make it known.
That's so funny.
Okay.
God damn.
I take too many medications to say things backhandedly, Lynn. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Oh my gosh.
I do not speak through a flower.
All right. We're gonna hop, skip, and jump over to a tavern.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of a busy day for you at the tavern right now.
Oh yeah.
Lots of people excitedly coming in, getting drinks. The streets are busy. There's also, you would know, a guest today that you have, who's only staying for a bit before she goes with you actually to the party with the nobles. This would be
Nice.
a representative of a nearby country known as Draconia.
Mm.
You would know her name to be Alana.
Ah. Whoa, pretty lady.
She cool.
Hell yeah.
Very cool looking, for sure.
She has been sitting at one of the nearby like table booths by the bar, just patiently waiting. You were told by one of the naval high-ranking members that even though you normally have attended these parties, you've been requested to go not only just as normal, but also to help Alana get accustomed to the customs here.
Oh, okay. Well, I will definitely do my best with that. I think once things start to of course it's still going to be fairly busy, but once things are kind of chill, things have quieted a bit more, I kind of leave it up to maybe someone who I guess is an employee of mine maybe to take over, because it's something they likely can handle while I'm away.
Yeah.
I go over to the booth.
Amelia will nod over to be like, "No worries, I got it from here."
Oh.
Sorry, not Amelia, Amenos. Whoops. Let me rename the document. That is Amenos,
There
not
you
Amelia.
go.
That is a guy.
I kiss. Where are all these hot people in Curse of Strahd? Where are they?
Oh my gosh.
Up there.
Well, we'll find out.
They died 2,000 years ago.
Yeah.
All the people in Curse of Strahd are sickly and frail.
This is true.
Oh no, I give him my thanks. Just like it really shouldn't be crazier than it has been. I'm pretty sure you got it.
It'll be fine. I'm used to running it when you're gone anyways.
It's true. And yeah, I go over kind of to, I guess, more check in on Alana. For the moment, I'm just like, we can get going. I assume they probably want me in better attire. My typical clothing is not very presentable. So I'm just gonna like change real quick and we can be on our way.
No, it is fine. Take as long as you need. I would also say something, a little bit of a history lesson of sorts that you know of her nation. It is the nation where goblins come from, and all goblinoids. It is also
okay.
where a lot of the avian races come from.
Mm,
It's also, you know, where
Okay.
kobolds originate from.
mm,
It's not too far south from you guys, though.
mm. And yeah, Vesa, isn't. Let's just say they only got one nice outfit, and that's about it. For like certain occasions such as this, and so like it's very simple, but it's still, you know, presentable. Like something that's just nicer than what they usually wear. Um, Not to say that like this isn't something they're used to. It's just that they prefer to be comfortable rather than anything too fancy or weird, like not weird, but like you know what I mean. But yeah, no, they'll kind of just rush up real quick to their room to change. I was actually searching for something that they would probably wear, and it's just very like simple, nice shirt, vest sort of situation with nice pants. And as soon as they're done, they don't really do much other than change, and they just go back. And they're like, okay, if you're good, then we can go.
Very well. Do you have specific means for us to get there? Or do you need me to fly us there? Or
Oh,
I do not know the legalities of airways, the city.
That's I didn't think about this. I Vesa is
I'll say,
I guess-
right, out of character. When I ask you guys, this is goes to everybody. If I'm ever like, hey, how do you guys want to get here? If you're like, hey, I want to be on a magic carpet, or I want to be on a boat, or like for Ari, I want to get on my dragon. You guys can just do that. That's okay. You don't need to have it.
No, I'm aware. I'm just trying to think of like what it would probably, I guess, be by boat, maybe, considering they're right by the water. And it wouldn't take them very long either.
Oh yeah, where is the tavern?
29.
29. Numbers. Oh, there it is. I went right past it.
Sorry about that.
No, it was me. It was me.
But no, yeah. I'm just like, I mean, I have a boat, and we're not very far from the temple, so we could just, you know, take our time, kind of enjoy the views, since this is your first time here, right?
I'm afraid so.
That's okay. You can just enjoy yourself. And I will go I assume there's probably an entryway that kind of like leads from the docks to the tavern in some way.
Oh yeah.
So I'd probably just lead her down that way.
There's like an open courtyard
And
area like right here that just like has a bunch of boats.
yeah, yeah. And so I'll just get my little personal boat ready and help her in.
She will neatly sit in, her wings closing inwards. You know that Alana is not of any form of royalty, but is meant to be just the ambassador and the representative of the nation, or not really just nation, but the continent that she comes from.
Okay.
However, she only came with a familiar, and that was it.
Mm.
There was no guards that
What
came
is
with
the
her.
what is the familiar? I must know.
A very large winged and elaborate parrot.
Oh my god, amazing. Okay. Yeah, I get us going on our way. I of course I view it as her kind of like, of course she's here on business, but also like she should like I'm all about people enjoying themselves and having a good time. And so like her flying us there, I'm just like no. I take over the situation. I'm just like, nah, I will get us there, no worries. And so I just, have us go on our way. In my boat. And I kind of like, point out what's what. Like, when we kind of get more closer to the temple, so I'm like, yeah, this is the temple of blah blah blah, and those are the
Well,
buildings, and
I will
just
mention you guys are traveling from here to here, basically.
oh, okay. I wasn't sure
It is a
exactly where it was.
very short
I,
trip for
for
you.
some reason, thought it was here. I don't know
Oh
why.
no. You guys are going here.
Okay. Well, we're just literally going across the way, so it's all good. I mean,
You're more than
it's at
welcome
least
to like
in
point
April.
out the church that's number 15.
Yeah. Yeah.
Number 15 being the Temple of the Warrior of Rivers. You see a large statue of a crocodile-faced man.
Oh yeah.
With a almost like halberd-like weapon at his side, one arm.
Yeah. It's very short trip that I realized. But no, I still like point out things to her, and I'm just like, I don't think I pry too much on exactly why she's here because that's not really my business. But I more just ask like what Drakenfell is like, and what kind of people are there, and things like
She's
that.
not from Drakenfell.
Oh wait, where did you say?
Draconia.
Oh, Draconia. My bad.
So Drakenfell is to the northwest of where you guys are currently, right? Draconia is far to the south.
Ah, okay. I
It
think
is-
I misheard.
It's commonly seen as like almost like a desert wasteland. Very, very arid, very hot.
Okay. But yeah, I just lead her to where she needs to be.
I must ask though, is it common for most of your people to have tails like this? She points towards your tail.
Oh,
Apologies if it is rude, of course.
oh no, not at all. My kind. I mean, some of us some of us can have other kind of features. I. I mean, I assume Lynn. I'm asking. I assume not all these types of elves will have tails, and like, they do still have sort of like animalistic kind of features, though, right? Okay. Would like any of them even be similar to her in some way of like having wings, or no?
Some of them might, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I'll just kind of like describe it in that way of like some of us do, some of us don't, some of us have various other kind of more animalistic or kind of primal features, even some few might even have wings like you.
Well, I very much wish to see your people then. It might be similar to mine then. Maybe distant relatives.
Maybe. Though I haven't. I read on my kind, but I don't know. I don't think. Would I have seen any other people like me?
Old world elves are very rare to come across, even in this day and age.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, though I've like read on my kind, I don't know if I have not met anyone else. I don't know where exactly I even come from necessarily. I've kind of been here my whole life.
Is Whisper or Clover coming with you?
Oh, I think I would have Whisper.
Okay.
Because Clover's a bit big.
I don't have an image handout for Clover or Whisper for both chat and fellow players. Whisper is a large, like, cougar panther kind of style.
I thought I sent you images.
Oh, there we go. That works.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that works.
Cool.
Oh.
Nice.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
What?
What happened?
Why'd you say
Do you-
uh-oh?
Do you not remember what's like hanging off like the bottom half of my
Oh,
outfit?
fuck, that's right!
It's a leopard. It's a leopard, but like.
Well, to be fair, it's a spirit, so it's not like a real one. I mean, they're real to me, but it's not like...
You know that shock face of, like, a cat gasping?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Whisper to you right now, Ray.
Fuck. No, I think I would just have Whisper kind of like tagging alongside all dumb little scritches as we're walking. Though they're spiritual creatures that I can summon, they're still kind of like my family to me.
Most of them is, like, fully, like, tangible. It's only really the tail that becomes, like, ephemeral as it ends.
Yeah.
But easy enough. Both of you were able to gain access into the royal tower with no trouble. And we're doing another jump. We jumping, we hopping. Not that far actually, because hey Asim. How would Asim react to a tall, burly elf bumping into them as you both try to enter into the tower at the same time?
He you could just kind of look at him, nod, and kindly take a step back and gesture for them to go first.
Vessa, you see this large Anubian gesture for you to walk forward ahead of them.
I'm not tall by any means, actually.
Oh, apologies. I thought you were tall.
No, I'm actually just very average, like 5'5"-ish. I'm quite small compared to them, probably.
Yeah,
But I am like, I'm not even necessarily like beefy either. I'm like just very plain. I am still strong though. Don't underestimate me. But no, I like when that happens, I am like. I was very likely completely not even paying attention, just talking with Alana, and I just bump into you. I'm like, would you gesture? I'm like, thank you. I'm so sorry. And I very anxiously noticed what you're wearing, and I'm like, kind of very like I don't even know if Whisper is even in any kind of way not hostile, but like just very wary towards you, but I'm just like, I kind of make sure I move on my way. I'm like, let's not intervene with that. Let's avoid that. I'm not necessarily like trying to be rude at all or anything either. I'm just like, I just very politely, I'm just like moving on from that.
Hmm.
Also the fact that he kind of probably looks very official looking too,
Hmm.
that I'm just like, oh god, oh no, oh fuck. I'm just like, I can't be in like bad graces with any of these people. Um and I just kind of like just very slight nod and just keep going. Uh yeah.
Yeah, you just like have the feeling like you look over at a sim. It's just this dark aura of somebody who like clearly is just like not wanting to be here.
I feel yeah. No, like uh, the reaction isn't necessarily anxious. It's just more taken aback and startled
Hmm.
more than anything. Uh, no, but Vesa is just kind of like, oh, this happened. Let's just move on.
All right.
Not to say that they aren't like wary of them now.
You guys part your separate ways.
I mean, I'd assume a
Or
sim
attempt
would
to.
likely be heading in the same direction.
Yeah. I was gonna say we both were like, yeah, we separate ways. Like, we guys find out running into each other again as the platform to go to the next levels. There's only one of them.
Mm. Well, I'm sure we
Yeah,
very
yeah. I
like
mean,
quietly
there's-
are just like, hmm.
and it's like I'm guessing the platform is just like big enough for like multiple people to get on.
Oh, it's
Of
big enough
course.
for 4 people to get on.
Then yeah, I just awkwardly like I don't awkwardly, but like I just like without like saying a thing, just step on, go to like the corner of
Very
like the platform,
ominously.
very obviously like the furthest away I can get.
You guys get in. It gets a little crowded between the 4 of you because Whisper included. You see Alana kind of like crouches down a bit and starts petting Whisper, and because of the wings and just Whisper's size, the 2 of you kind of like are forced to be like shoulder to shoulder.
Very cramped in here.
Yes.
I don't think bringing my large familiar was probably the best idea. Or not really familiar.
How's
Well,
the sim feeling?
Sim is just like
Staring
Right.
daggers at it.
he's like just like looking at it, like mentally he's like, I kind of really want to pet the cat. Damn. But on the outside, he's just like, it's just like straight face, stern. And like in his mind, he's just like, God, why did my family, have to send me to be the representative? Like, why couldn't they send like, one of my younger siblings who likes parties? um, but
Kind of like,
mhm.
is it your first time at one of these things too?
Unfortunately not. But, well, it is what it is. I'm guessing since you said that it's your first time, how do you find everything so far? The parade?
I don't think it would be my first time, would it?
It's not. It's not.
No. Okay.
You've
Not
never grown
really.
accustomed to these.
Okay. Not really my first time, but my acquaintance here is also is fairly new to the area, and she's been called to attend this little gathering. But I always enjoy the lively festivities. It's always, it brings in business as well, so it's a win-win.
I could imagine. Typically, I would enjoy these festivals, but it means countless nights being awake, and unfortunately, I'm quite tired.
Are you a guardsman of sorts?
You can sort of say that, but I definitely am typically not seen during the day.
Wow. Quite elusive then, I'm sure.
Why, yes. Sim is just there like, I don't really want to. I'm not very good at small
Oh,
talk.
the small talk.
The small talk. Just like, why is this taking so long to get where we need to get?
The
Just
elevator
like,
man
Vesa is
complained.
used.
internally
Vesa is used
stressed
to the
me
small
out.
talk. Vesa has to deal with so many people every day that they're just kind of like doing the thing that they do on like a daily basis of just like, yeah, no, how's the kids, like blah blah blah, blah. Like just question after question, just like
Yeah.
just getting to know a person for no reason necessarily other than to just gain a vague familiarity with them, because usually they're regular. I couldn't think of the word.
So you see,
I
real quick,
Mhm.
the landing that you guys are on that's like going up from like one level to the next level, it stops, and Vesa, you momentarily have to like stop a sim from like just exiting. This isn't the floor you guys need to get off on. At which point,
Wait, where you
Ketch,
going?
you would see these two knuckleheads, if you will, as you need to go to the next floor as well.
Yeah, I'll just get on.
I'm sure
I'll,
there's room.
I'm sure there is.
It's
I'll
all
like,
right.
you
a
know,
little bit.
smile.
The three of you are like shoulder to shoulder now.
I have a question.
Answer.
Mhm.
Since I'm of nobility and I probably have met the queen in some capacity, would I be acquainted with Ketch?
You know Ketch. I would say it's up to you and Ketch though, if you guys know each other more than just like knowledge of existence.
I know Ketch.
Ketch has to meet a lot of nobility, so Ketch might recognize the face, but not necessarily the name attached. Also, the whole nobility thing isn't really his bag.
It's all good.
Yeah, that
But,
makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the spiritual guy after all. I'm not good at the nobility stuff.
No, that's
I just
so
meet a
fair.
lot of them.
Me, the noble, not very good at nobility stuff either. SM's just there, just like trying to squeeze as small, like not necessarily as small as you can, but like out of the way as you can, just not wanting to
That
be
is
there.
tricky. I am very large.
Oh,
We got many
I
large
wonder-
people in here.
Yeah, I mean, like, Sim's also pretty buff. I don't think he's as buff as Ketch, but it's just like, why is it they need to make the platforms bigger?
There was a little bit
bring
of
that up.
breathing room as Alana will thank you, Vesa, as this is actually the floor that she needs to get off on.
Oh, okay.
So there's a bit of room. This room is, however, then quickly filled up. As Luumi, you hop in.
Oh,
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm saying my goodbye to Alana. I'm just like, don't be too nervous.
You as well.
The more people coming in, like the lower I face my head, so my mask covers more of my face. But
then right before the lift is about to lift off, there's a call of a voice being like, just a moment, wait, don't leave us.
Are these do these lifts have automatic doors?
There's no doors, but they have sensors.
Okay, I'm gonna slam my hand in the way of the sensor so that it doesn't go anywhere.
Okay. You then quickly see both Win and Maya.
Oh boy. I have Whisper kind of go in more of a sitting position so that she doesn't take up more room than she needs to.
You see Whisper like eyes widened, seeing all the people jump on the platform.
I try to comfort her. I'm like, it's okay. We'll be off of this soon.
Oh, Ketch!
Hello,
Hi!
darling. Hello.
I wasn't expecting you until up there, but is the room?
Yeah.
we
There's
maybe
always
we
room
can
for you.
wait, my darling. I
No,
looked
there's
my
always
way.
room for you. It's fine.
Okay.
Should be fine. Come on. You'd squeeze in here.
Look to the guy in the back who looks deeply uncomfortable,
I don't notice. I don't see that.
and I'm like,
Everything is okay.
I will mention. So what I mean by lift, this is like a round like dais, like almost
Yeah.
like plate, right, of pure gold, and then there's like a
Mm.
floating metal ring that leaves entrance for like openings, and it will actually slide and like dispart because it can break up into
Elden
4
Ring
sections.
ass elevator.
Kind of, yeah. And so it's like a weird. There's no ceiling to this.
Yeah.
That's nice. He doesn't get claustrophobic.
No.
No ceiling, but Asim very much feels claustrophobic.
Sim feels very much like there's an invisible bubble.
Mm.
Yeah, I get on, still holding my wife's hand, but I get close to Ketch. That's fine.
Maya will extend a hand out for Ketch. It is
I
good to
will-
see
I
you
will
again,
take it.
Ketch.
And you, darling. You were both striking today.
Thank you.
Any luck with the queen tonight?
That's my job to imagine, and your job to ask nothing about.
Maybe we ask that in more private company.
I look around the lift.
The dragon rolls
Nobody
her
heard
eye.
anything.
That's
Nobody heard
just
anything.
like squishing Whisper's face, like not even paying attention.
But yes, ideally, yes.
Ketch,
It's always ideally yes.
I will mention, like, a brief thought passes your mind of, like, oh, there is kind of like a weight thing with this lift, that, like, there's more people on it, the slower it goes. And before you're like, oh, maybe one of us should probably get off, the lift starts.
Oh well.
Oh.
Oh well.
Asim hearing the word queen is now slightly piqued into listening to conversation.
Bad conversation to listen to. I'm talking about wanting to fuck the queen.
It's like, oh, he's curious as
Ideally, you know, she gave me an earring. An earring. I'll flick it,
That's so
show it off.
sweet.
That's. I mean, come on. That's basically it. That's the last step.
Well, did
Oh,
it come with any attachments? Is it a proposal?
It clearly is. Oh, it must be. Obviously.
Oh. Well, congratulations on becoming an official concubine,
Thank you.
Yeah,
as
are
well
you one
as
person?
her advisors. Her advisor.
It's okay. I considered the power dynamic thing, and I decided I didn't care.
Of course.
Very true to yourself.
Exactly. That's all it's about.
But of
You don't get
course-
to be a spiritual advisor without being. That's literally my whole job. It's an easy job, and I get paid a lot.
I did find that a strange title.
What would you mean, strange? The Queen needs spiritual advice.
Well, yes, but surely the church can provide such things.
Yeah, but the church doesn't look this good.
I
Sorry.
mean,
Church is beautiful, don't get me wrong. As it, wonderful dress, by the way. But the Queen just needs, you know. Besides, don't take this the wrong way. Religion comes with bias. Not
I
negative,
have no idea what you mean.
but religion comes with an inherent bias. I do not.
I think you're displaying the bias right now, if you don't mind me saying.
No, because if the Queen were to ask me a question, right? Say the Queen were to ask you a question, you would answer the question on the basis of what the Church believes. I am not answering based on what I believe. I am answering based on what is best spiritually.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I would simply offer the response of the Eternal Dawn, not of the church.
But that's the religious bias.
It's not biased, it's the word of the gods.
Which is biased.
The gods are biased?
Yes, inherently so. They each represent
they
a core
are.
concept.
And by that logic, why are you not biased?
Because I don't get my enlightenment from religion. I get it from, I got it from soul searching.
From the most
I was-
biased source here?
No, it's
No.
beyond. You're not understanding the enlightenment thing.
Thank you.
He's
No, I
beyond
understand.
bias.
I am beyond bias.
Yeah, but I understand the enlightenment. The enlightenment of the Eternal Dawn is
It's a
something-
different enlightenment.
It's a different enlightenment.
you may think
Like-
that, but I can assure you, if you are so enlightened, then it must surely be from the light itself that has provided such thing, even if you don't recognize that.
Yeah, guys.
No.
Real quick, interrupt.
Yes.
I'm gonna try to set our channel to a specific server instead of just a recommended one.
Mhm.
Okay.
If you guys want either A, East US, or any other recommendations. I got Brazil,
please.
Hong Kong, India, Japan,
Ooh,
Rotterdam,
where do we want to be?
Russia,
Wait.
Singapore,
For
South
what?
Africa, Sydney.
It's the server that the voice channels connect to.
oh,
Just so
we
we
could
can
try
get a better
Eastern
connection.
US.
East US is probably the
East US is
safest,
probably
I
more
think.
stable.
Yeah, it's probably the best.
Yeah.
Failing that, Rotterdam is usually very lags.
Go.
There we go.
Hello.
We've
Hello,
been
everyone.
sent to
Okay.
the new server.
Because probably what's
Yeah.
happening is that we're bouncing around between servers, which is not ideal.
Mhm.
Yeah, that could be it.
Yeah.
That checks out.
And all the Brits sound okay still?
So
Yeah.
far,
Sounds
yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
Sounds
so-
much
so
clearer
good.
now, actually.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
But-
Hopefully it keeps up.
Yeah, with this conversation, Ariane is going to turn to them and say, "Sorry, I don't believe we've officially met. It's nice to meet you." Hold up my hand. I'm Ariane Wynn.
Who was it you were holding your hand out to?
You.
Oh, so I have like a moment before kind of. Oh, you're. We may
I'm
have this,
interrupting the conversation. It's
Like, I've got
I'm
my
like, this is
arms
going
crossed.
nowhere.
I've got my arms crossed as I'm like having this intense religious debate, and you just see like a third hand that seems to come out and shake your hand as I sort of turn and look to you.
You are having an intense religious debate. I am right.
Yes, of course.
A debate doesn't. You don't need to debate when one of you is correct.
But no,
But I strangely, I will do the same thing. I'll be like, apologies, I'm Ketch.
yes, of course. I will like move one of my other hand. I'm still got my arms crossed, but the other hand will go around as if to like offer a handshake to you two.
Let
a
us
pleasure
not
to meet you both.
dwell on our belief differences,
Oh,
lest we question the choices of the queen. Should
Good
we
answer.
choose Ketch after
Good
all?
and very good answer. Should have come with that one first.
Indeed.
Very good answer.
Pleasure to meet you. I am Luumi. I am the potential future high priestess.
Oh, so I'm going to hell.
I'm aware.
No, not at all. I don't disagree with you at all. I am simply offering a new perspective on your enlightenment. I acknowledge that you are enlightened. That's much as certain. Let me just look
And
at
once again,
But-
dear sweet Ketcher is
flex.
beyond your
Flex.
perspective.
I'll flex.
I just
I'll
shrug
flex.
like,
He
mm.
may be beyond the perspective, but he is not beyond the light. He is a shining example of the dawn's
Oh,
radiance.
I'm shining. I'm shining. I'll like fan my face. I'm shining. It's a new body oil.
Lumi's
Thank
like-
you.
Lumi's like got her arms stretched out as if like saying like a praise towards the sky. Like just look at him. He is radiant.
Are you doing the Dark Souls praise the sun right now?
not quite like that. No, we're not.
As
going
we're
up, we're
very
going, like, out.
slowly ascending.
Yeah.
I will talk to the queen about getting bigger lifts, everyone. I do apologize.
Oh, it's fine. Surely.
I'll say
I
it's
tried
spiritual
to find
advice.
out.
Spiritually, I want a bigger lift.
So, from my understanding, spiritual advice is more just advice in general rather than.
Yes, basically. I give the
that-
most basic advice.
Let's see. Well, that certainly makes you an important figure. My
In a
apologies
way.
for the debate. It was not intended as a.
Oh, it's okay. Part of the whole thing is that I have to keep my horizons broad. I can't be narrow-minded, you know. So it's important for me to. It's actually incredibly important for me to get different perspectives because I base all of my advice on perspectives.
Precisely. Well, should you ever require the advice of the Eternal Dawn, then feel free to ask away.
I'll bear that in mind.
Bessa, it's a pleasure to see you once again. How's the tavern doing?
Oh, it's doing very well. Festivals like these are always very beneficial to the business when it comes to this time of the year.
Wonderful.
Not to say that I don't always do well with my business, but
Of course.
it brings in a lot of new customers.
Are you going to do another fight night soon? I'd like to attend.
Oh, of course. Very likely sometime this week, especially with everything going on.
Wonderful.
Oh, that does actually sound quite interesting.
I love fight night.
May the strongest come and display their strengths.
Well, speaking of new customers, our silent shadow in the background. Want to join the conversation?
Asim, hoping that he was completely forgotten about.
Looks over.
Difficult when you're looming like a shadow in the corner.
Everyone turns to look at him, I imagine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody who is directly modelled after a god of death.
Yeah.
Literally.
Oh, well, if you are open at night, I wouldn't mind visiting for at least a drink. My name is Asim, and he slightly bows to the people on the on the platform.
Slight
Pleasure
bow
to meet
back.
It is a little difficult for people to bow.
Yeah.
And that's why
Yeah.
it's the very just kind of like the head.
Head bow.
Like the
Oh,
head.
of course. We're open quite late, so you're always welcome.
Oh, and
Oh.
most importantly, this is my wonderful wife, Maya.
And she is
she'll turn and give
wonderful.
you a cheek kiss. Good to meet you all.
A pleasure to be.
I feel
And
like
your
this
acquaintance?
is. Asim, are you of any import?
That's quite a question.
Gracious.
Is
It's
there any
a-
reason you may need to know?
Well, to properly introduce myself, yes.
Oh, yeah, I am an no, actually, no, wait. So I do forget my job. I am an advisor to the Queen, so yeah, I should probably know.
State your business.
Lynn, you said that me and the Spy Master are the left and right hands, respectively. Which am I?
You are the right hand.
I am the right hand. I'm the right
Most
hand of the
important.
Queen, so it would be good to know, yes.
There you go.
Well,
Also,
I'm-
Dragon Rider. Dragon Lord. That's a Dragon Lord.
Yeah.
Did you just say that's why I was like making sure he's I was waiting and you just say it and she kind of deflates a bit like he did it again.
Maya seems to like laugh to herself, her eye like blinking momentarily, revealing the dragon eye that it is.
Ah.
That is why I thought, in a potential new what was the role that you're gonna get, Luumi? This is out of character.
Oh, High Priestess.
Like in the face of the potential new high priestess, I thought to actually introduce myself, but I wanted to make sure we were in safe company. I look at Ketch.
Well,
I wanted to make sure we were in good company first.
and if there was an assassin in this elevator,
That's not what I
Let's
was
say-
talking about.
there is an assassin in this elevator right now. We have the owner of the most popular tavern in town, who is notoriously an incredibly strong barbarian.
I will
We have-
also interject real quick. Vesta
Mhm.
is also known, like, their tavern not only is just the biggest tavern, it also is one of the biggest exports of like food and drink.
Mm-hmm.
Very important.
Mm.
So not only an incredibly popular tavern, an incredibly important business hub.
Indeed.
Next in line to be High Priest. And I'm sure that comes with some measure of magical ability. Just
the
spitball.
literal power of the Eternal Dawn.
The power of the Eternal Dawn.
AKA, wait on those 3 levels.
You and you, pointing to Winnie and Winnie wife.
Anyway,
Anyway.
Let's say there's an assassin in this elevator right now.
I
No,
don't
If
wouldn't
I'm that
survive.
assassin, I'm over the side. I'm taking my chances with gravity. Because I've
Alright.
got more of a chance of winning against gravity.
That is a fair point.
Fair enough. Again, not
Mhm.
quite the reason, but
Oh, did I reveal your
enough.
identity again? Sorry.
that's yes. I like to
well,
keep. I like
Gods
to
be
keep those
damned.
factors of myself separate.
Sorry,
But
Dan.
it's okay. It's okay.
well, it's
Are you of?
certainly-
I turn back to assume. Are you of import?
Are you an assassin?
Are you an assassin?
I
Are
crack
you
my
an
knuckles.
unfortunate assassin?
Uh, hearing the word assassin, Sim just kind of has like low-key shifty eyes. Not because he's an assassin necessarily, but because his work at night.
He's definitely an assassin.
That's shifty eyes implies assassin in this situation.
I'm good at reading people. He's definitely an assassin.
If Luumi or Ketch wants, both of you guys can make religion checks.
I would like to, yeah.
Yeah.
first
that would
check.
probably be
I'll do it
best.
because it's the first check.
Let's go.
Here we go.
Oh, we're off to a great start.
Actually, technically, Wynn's history check was the first check.
This is
Yeah.
true.
Oh
I did
my
not.
god!
I did not know that guy's name. I don't think you guys
Hey,
know what this
guys.
is.
Hey guys, I don't think you guys are gonna make it like out of
Oh my
this like
goodness.
the fall
Hear
of
me out.
Ithalus.
I care about the Eternal Dawn and nothing else, okay? I don't know what the fuck he's dressed as. He could be any religion for all I know.
That's fair.
I
All
don't
I
know
is
nothing
he's
about
not the
nothing.
Eternal Dawn.
So Ketch, you don't know nothing. You know
I
nothing.
don't know nothing about nothing.
Luumi, you can tell that his clothing is of some form of like religious garb. You don't know the full details though.
Well,
You...
I,
Oh, carry on.
Could I roll? Because I'm with my bard thing. It's like I'm not proficient, but like I act as if I'm proficient
Oh,
with
go for it.
those skills.
Go for it.
Oh.
And hopefully roll above an 11.
No.
No. Oh my god.
Wow! Hey guys.
It's looking like you're an
Hey
assassin.
guys.
Yeah.
We're level 17 and we rolled a 9, 11, 6, and 10.
Guys.
Goddamn.
We aren't
Yeah.
making it past the fall of Ithalus. We're not making it. We're not surviving. These guys, they're not living. They're
One of us
dying.
ain't, because one of us seems like an assassin right now.
There's an assassin in here. That much is certain. To be fair, if you'd let me insight check, I might have a much better chance.
Asim hasn't said anything.
Can I
Really
insight
He did the shifty eyes.
That's a good point.
Continue.
But my apologies. I can tell at least from your outfit that you are you by chance a cleric of another religion of sorts. Do you follow a different dawn?
Lynn.
Hmm?
The answer to that is yes, right?
Yeah, it's just not the Eternal Dawn.
No, isn't it the Lonely Shepherd? Just
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I just wanna. Why, yes, that is correct. You've heard of the Lonely Shepherd, correct?
Oh, there's a name I haven't heard much of.
You've got to lead with that. You've got to lead with that.
Well,
You've got to lead with it.
Asim like corrects his posture a bit more, stands up more straight. Since y'all are curious, my name is Asim. I am from the family of the Impumenes.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Well, a
I'm
pleasure to make your acquaintance.
my pleasure. I'm here to represent my family as well as the group underneath the Lonely Shepherd who protects the citizens at night.
Honorable.
Ah.
Honorable profession. Please lead with that next time. I really did think you were going to have a much quicker elevator ride down for a moment there.
A very quick departure.
If anyone wants
60
to-
flights and a hard landing.
If If anyone wants to make a history check about that family, you're more than welcome to.
You know
Yeah,
what? History is one of my skills, so I might as well.
I'm not great at it, but I'm curious if I would know anything. They seem important.
Hey
so-
yo.
Yo!
Yo!
Finally.
Oh, let's go!
Wow.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow,
well,
indeed.
enough.
That's
Let's go.
more like it.
Hey guys,
Wow.
you guys are level 17, right?
Yeah.
I guess so.
So, everybody, you've all heard this family name. This is not a giant, politically powerful family by any means. But there's a lot of stereotypes of this family, a lot of rumors, a lot of rumor mongering. This is commonly seen as the family of the dead, or the death family. However, Ketch, with your chunky 27, you know a little bit more. Because of the Spy Master, more than likely.
Yeah, definitely. I do tend to listen to him. He is the left hand.
You would know that they are also part of a small secret sect of very religious keepers of the night. They basically safeguard the city and safeguard people and take out threats that seem to harm or wish to harm them.
An honourable thing. My respect is earned, if albeit quietly.
You also know that it is not the belief of them being a family of the dead is not without want or without any proof, as they are also a family that practice necromancy.
But I'm assuming that opinions on necromancy are more personal than they are defined by law.
Yeah, generally whenever you see someone practice necromancy, at least in this city, it's more of so that you can keep the body serving on for a purpose. So for instance, in this instance, you know that all of the undead are generally wrapped in ritualistic, ceremonial, wrappings, and that it's serve a purpose. It's not for world domination or anything like that.
So it's
Does the-
sanctioned necromancy.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very safe.
Does the Eternal Dawn approve of such things?
Only in this manner. If it was any other manner,
Then
let's just say sun disintegration.
understandable. I sort of give him a kind of a bit of a side eye of sorts at first before kind of, acknowledging it with a nod. Go, I have heard things of your family.
Yes, many people have heard many rumors, but we tend to keep to
I
ourselves.
hear lots of them at my tavern.
Yeah, I've heard a few.
I pay attention to things 50% of the time, so I have to.
Why only 50%?
It's
Because
only
the
one
other
of the
50%.
hands.
I'm only one of the My God, you just get me. I love
I
you.
do. I love you.
I'm only one of the hands, so that's 50% right there. And then of that 50%, 25% is the queen. The other 25% is my personal guard, who I do not listen to.
Where is
So
she, by the way?
25%.
Yeah.
I don't know, Lynn, you tell me.
You know
No,
you
no,
were able
no.
to give her the slip before you entered onto the lift.
She's got a hell of a lot of stairs to take then.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does.
I
The
was
stairs, I
expecting-
Is
think.
Hazaret going to be here today?
Probably. I won't know, will I?
At which point you guys arrive at the party.
I was expecting a hilarious moment of we're on the slow lift, and on the fast lift going past us, it's just like a few.
She
of the
meets us there.
bodyguards. Yeah, just going past us. I'm like, oh.
Uh-oh, she looks pissed.
She chucks a javelin.
Ow,
She knows you can catch it.
I can't. I'm very good. Anybody have any business with the queen I should be made aware of? I'll let her know.
Well, I'll be paying my respects as soon as I get there. I wish to just be in and out.
Yeah, good luck with that. Stay for the hors d'oeuvres.
What?
The
Oh,
cooking's
does
great.
sound nice.
As you
You
all
should stay still, Dust.
step off the lift, there's a brief moment where you see everybody begin to laughing and drinking and enjoying their time, music playing. But there's also a moment where you notice everything seems to slow down from things that would take minutes begin to slow to almost a halt. Till everything seems to freeze. Except for the 5 of you. For instance, for Win, Maya also freezes.
What? No.
Oh no.
As there's suddenly silence. As a young man approaches you all. A little bit of annoyance fills you, Ketch, as you're warned of this individual.
This is the time thing.
These pricks.
Dagnammit.
As you see who you can only presume to be Edric Sunhollow.
Oh no, he's cute.
He's cute.
Oh no, he's cute. Yeah.
Yes, hello. Time person. Very impressive.
He smiles.
That's what is happening. Maya's
Uh,
frozen. Everyone's frozen.
I was time stuff. I said that they're cheating, which this is, by the way.
Cheating.
You better.
Do we
You'd
need,
better.
do we
hand-
need to get into more of a combat stance?
Shouldn't be necessary.
He raises his hands defensively. Will be only a moment. For them,
Yes, it had better be.
Less
This
than.
is not. Go on.
I merely wish to do what I was told to do. Which I hope you all understand. You see, for a moment, he seems like begin to almost like pass out, as if he was going to fall back. Does anyone go to try to catch him or no? It's okay if not. I'm just curious.
No, I'm not. I'm not best
if I'm,
pleased
like,
with this
near him-
intrusion.
I will.
Yeah, if I'm,
I
like,
will,
near him,
because
I would,
I will.
I think out
'cause
of habit, Vessa.
we all do. Okay. Well, if I see you guys
Yeah.
going, I'm not going.
Okay. You go to catch him, and you do catch him before he begins to like readjust himself. However, when his eyes reopen, you see they are glowing gold with almost like clocks moving inside them. As he says, "The claws of our own depravity are upon us. With new seaward visits come coming storms of pale futures. If only to find our magus of gates before the knock of creation." And if you need, I can repeat that.
You have it written out?
I do.
Could you send us it?
I can.
Thank
Just make
you.
sure I've got it right.
Thank you.
I'm sitting there going, I was like, one of the words there, I'm not 100% sure if it was one word or a different word.
I mean, that's partially intended.
Yeah.
Which is that some kind of prophecy?
And you see a moment passes. He shakes his head, his eyes return to normal, and time continues.
Oh.
As the cheering and the voices continue once more. You hear Maya shoulder Win. "Something the matter? Do you know this, young gentleman?"
No. She'd see that, like, I've pulled forward my bag of holding. This is clearly where I have my weapon. And I'm, like, in a sort of semi-battle stance, but I relax when time starts again.
Just as a moment of clarity to confirm with you, did anyone else just experience that, or was that a vision of sorts?
We were all moving.
Yeah.
You
Yes,
hear Edric speak up. Oh, apologies about that. Do I know any of you?
You came
A
up to
sponge.
us.
You see, he raises an eyebrow, confused.
Hmm.
No, I'm sorry.
No, allow me to diffuse the awkward tension. Apologies, we just bumped into you on our way in.
Oh,
Please continue on.
thank you.
And the gods work in mysterious ways.
And you'll begin to walk in a separate direction. Then you go for some water.
I will now look to Win to answer her question. Yeah, I'll kind of like keep this hushed. Yeah, I was warned he'd be paying a visit. Wasn't expecting it like that, though. A little bit upset, annoyed, and that's the nature of the message.
You were expecting a message.
I was expecting a message from a prophet, yes, but as I informed my friend who warned me, I don't pay much heed to prophecy, but I have to.
Okay, so
It
it
was
was a
very
prophecy.
ominous.
It was worded like a prophecy.
Yeah, I
Indeed.
think it was prophecy, but now I have to think about it because it was clearly dire.
With new seaward visits, what's that about?
Say that again, sorry.
With new seaward visits, who's visiting?
Seaward visits. It could imply.
I'll be talking to you, Mr. Knight. I point at Ace's character. Don't think I didn't notice that.
Many people are visiting from all over.
No, the implication is.
A bit more specific.
Yeah, dire. Maybe an invading army. Maybe seaward deity. Doesn't particularly bode well. And I don't like prophecy. It confuses people, right? That's its whole purpose. It doesn't give you clarity of mind, so I hate the stuff. But I have to pay it mind.
Should we inform the Queen?
Yes, we should inform the Queen.
I believe that does depend on the prophecy. Some prophecies can be illuminating and very useful, but others, yeah, I do agree. Like this one, there's nothing but a confuzzlement.
At which point, Ketch, thinking of like, oh, I should probably inform the Queen. You look around to try to see where the Queen is. You notice the Queen is currently talking to someone.
Yeah, who's she talking to?
Someone you've never met before, but the description does match, and you have heard the description before. As you see, she's appearing to be talking to someone with white hair and bandaged
Covered in
wrists.
bandages. Right. Ah, I was wondering when that would rear its head too.
Oh?
This job sucks.
For someone who hates prophecies, you seem to have been forewarned about many things.
That's not prophecy, that's just hearsay. And this came from, well, it wasn't hearsay, but you know what I mean. I knew these things were coming. Not because of prophecy, but because somebody was like, hey, somebody's going to do this later.
Well, if I didn't know any better, Ketch, I dare say you're a prophet.
I am not a prophet. I am a guy that listens to people when they tell him that things are going to happen later. Not prophetic things are going to happen later, but like,
But
you have a schedule.
That's
Is
you
that not-
fighting this so hard.
after
If
all,
I-
I am someone that simply listens to what the greats inform me.
Okay, look,
Good for
your
you.
mother writes you a letter and says, I'm coming tomorrow for tea. You don't then act surprised when your mother arrives tomorrow for tea. That's not prophecy, that's being informed of an event.
But it has been
There is a big
prophesized to
distinction
me.
here, guys. I was
No,
informed
there
of
is a
these events.
difference between being told something is going to happen and a prophecy.
And a prophecy, thank
Prophecy
you, bud.
comes with far more weight. It's far more mysterious and annoyingly worded, so
Oh
that
my
you have
God.
to figure it out.
I don't know your mother's, but if my mother sent me a letter saying she was coming here, I would take that with great weight.
It was hyperbole.
I just stare at you like, are you really... you really doing this?
It's why she gets me. She gets me. She's the only person that's ever got me.
I think that's what tuned out of the conversation is just making sure all the catering's going well.
You notice the Queen seems to motion you closer.
Yeah, I'll come along.
Does
I'll come
the
along.
rest of the party also go over?
Yeah, I
Uh,
follow.
I follow because I need to pay my respects to the queen.
Yeah, we
Fair
gotta greet her when we're here. So me
Yeah,
and
I would
Maya will
leave
go.
space for the the more official people to do their thing while I just
You're
kind of
official.
make
You're a
sure
major business owner.
Whisper
Yeah.
will partially jump up to push you from behind towards them
Okay.
before headbutting you.
Okay.
All
All right, I'm going. Calm down.
Ketch, it took you forever. I swear. And here
Lift
I
was
thought you
over.
were to be my advisor.
The lift was overweight. Okay,
Why'd
it
you
wasn't
get on
my
it?
fault. Because I have no. Because I do awkward things sometimes. Okay.
What?
Fair enough. Well, Mr. Awkward Pants, might I introduce you
Yes.
to our guest?
Yes, I've been informed. I'll offer a hand.
This is Lord Lithin. He's from Drakenfell.
Pleasure, Lord Lithin.
He will reach out a hand towards you. Of course.
Uh,
The
my
pleasure is
apologies for
mine.
my apologies for your inconveniences upon your arrival.
Of course.
Although from what I hear, you inconvenienced back. So
Well, when you're affronted with a barrier, it's not your duty to go past it.
yes, yes. I just maybe a guardsman didn't need to go to the infirmary, but that's neither here nor there.
I'm a business of great importance. Surely you understand duty above all.
Yes, yes, I do. I do. It comes with the job.
Indeed. So are these your compatriots then? Yes.
I will turn. I'll be like, this is my dear beloved friend and my other dear beloved friend. I gesture to Winnie and wife.
Small bow to him, big bow to the queen.
This is Luumi, who is next in line to be high priest.
Like
Um,
courtesy in response. Courtesy.
And this is Vesa.
Oh, I
Major
thought you were
business
going to
owner.
introduce Ace. Like, guy I just met on the lift.
This
This
is the
is-
potential assassin.
Don't
This is
introduce
Vesa.
him like that. He.
I'm not going
don't.
to. I'm not going to. That would be crazy. This is Vesa, major business owner. Notoriously
God.
good spirit. One second. And this is Asim it's Impumenes, right?
Yeah, Impimenes.
Not Mains.
No, Menes.
Okay, Menes. This is Asim Impumenes, who is a cleric of the Lonely Shepherd.
I take off my.
Thank God I did it. Oh, thank God I remembered all that.
I like to
I,
imagine that like Ketch just has like a Sharpie written on his hand.
I do not.
You
I
didn't have Sharpie in the lift.
I take off.
I like cover my tattoo with my hand.
Just like wipes like the hand, trying to like erase like the words. I take off my head garb and I, royally bow to the queen. And I, and I just say, thank you, my queen, for always supporting the Impiv family and the Lonely Shepherds.
Of course.
And he just kind of like takes a step back so he can be like a little bit behind the group and try to hide in the shadows again.
I'd also say if anyone wishes to, you're more than welcome to make a religion check. Comes a Lithin.
Yeah.
You know what?
Also, I will say, I don't know if anybody caught it, but I was like, I tried to be really gracious with introducing Win and Mia because I was like, they don't want me to tell people about them, So I'll instead introduce them to the Queen, who obviously knows who they are as
Yeah.
my dear friends.
We've met the Queen before, right?
No, I know.
Because
Just
I mean,
percent.
she's my wife is literally like,
A dragon lord, yes.
yeah.
But that's what it was like. That's why it's really dumb that I was like, my dear friends. Because I'm trying.
You are. You did. I did notice that.
So for the 3 that rolled, you 3 can easily identify that this man is some form of religious figure or follower of the Zephyr King, the god of storms.
It's not often we see one follower of the Zephyr King. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
He will reach out a hand towards you.
I would, give him a firm handshake in response.
I'm afraid I must correct you, though. It's not often you meet a chosen, a champion of a god.
Ah. Well,
Big deal
we
then.
have that in common. She would say with a smile back. Not letting him
smiles.
outflex her.
Yeah,
He
no,
smiles towards you, Ketch.
establish yourself, Queen.
He smiles towards Ketch. Of course. It's not common for gods to choose chosen, unless it's in times of war.
Well,
Can I do an
hope that's
insight
not-
check on that?
Yeah, go for it.
I hope
He
that that is not
insinuating?
here.
The
He is
war is coming.
insinuating, isn't he? But I'm stupid.
Nice.
So
Is he? That's right. Is he insinuating that war's coming?
He's not insinuating that war is coming. He's insinuating that war has come. The war has already begun.
That's not
Oh.
good.
However,
Luumi would,
it is
like,
not
try and
malicious.
diffuse it.
He's not saying a war against you. Or the
No,
nation
yeah,
of
but
Ithalus.
it's still ominous. Is like war is here, and that's not good.
I can
Luumi would try and
infer
diffuse it.
that he's referring to the war between the brother gods, yes?
Yes.
Mm.
Which
Gotcha.
is a little, but I will note that Ketch does note that is a perhaps an escalation over what was described to me as a trading of blows. That is a very different wording.
Yeah,
It's
I
gone
would
from-
have. I would have kind of whispered up to you like how that came across, and I'm like certain that that's what he meant. Like war is here.
I'll
I-
whisper back that I'll explain something to you later.
She knows.
Kind of like give you like a knowing nod.
Yeah, yeah.
I assume the chosen of the Zephyr King comes here seeking aid of the chosen of the Eternal Dawn and not as a act of war.
Of course, not of an act of war. This is more of a warning. Not against you, but of the coming tide.
Well,
What's
Gods
the-
are drawing
warning
lines.
is... Ah. The gods are fond of their lines.
The tyrant king dared to try to rule over Drakenfell. My lord rose against him.
Ooh.
He will call upon
Okay.
the Eternal Dawn very soon. This I know.
I'm sure it will be willing to answer.
Do not be so quick to step into war. And do not accept it graciously either. It is not a gift, it is a curse. Okay, so a warning of war, gods are drawing battle lines. Your lord requires the assistance of the dawn, so
Of our lord.
I can already guarantee my lord will have the assistance of the dawn and of the moon. That I am not going to question. Neither that
Are
nor the
you s-
Wavefinder.
are you seeking other allies? I don't say that again, sorry.
And also
The Wayfinder.
Yeah.
Sorry, thought
The
you said
three main
Wavefinder.
gods. The Wayfinder being
Of
the
course,
dragon
of course.
god.
Of course.
Can I like do like would I know or do I have to do a check for this to know like how these sort of alliances are of the gods? Like would that be obvious that like obviously the Eternal Dawn would help the Zephyr King?
It actually would not be. At all. The only relation is that the Wayfinder is the father of the Zephyr King, but is also the father of the Tyrant King. So it's like, eh.
Yeah.
Somebody's a favorite child.
Yeah, they're slightly perplexed as what makes you so certain of such allegiances?
My lord has spoken to. Does yours not speak to you?
I was gonna say that, but I was like, don't be petty.
Often.
I've been blessed with words. You see, he kind of like looks at his bandages. You can kind of infer he might have been actually struck with divine lightning.
Oh,
That's the implication I'm getting.
Damn.
Cool.
I'm gonna very quickly take Winnie and Mia Strezra. Sorry, Mia Strezra, right?
Yeah.
Maya Strasra.
Maya Strezra. My apologies. Aside for a second.
Maya wife.
Maya wife.
Hmm.
Do you think you could both ask one of the other riders and lords to, I don't know, recognize the seas?
Over it.
Perhaps, yes. Just keep an eye out, see if there's anything strange.
Very well.
This is why I hate prophecy. I hate having to do things like this. Not you two, though. I'd rather you stay close.
Of course. It'll be just a moment. Maya gives Queen a little cheek kiss again before departing. She seems to be walking towards a rail and his rider.
Did I get the sense she wanted to do that like on her own?
She probably wants you to stay here, just that you are informed.
Right. So we got someone still listening.
You
Okay,
have ways
gotcha.
of contacting one another. She's not worried about that.
Yeah.
Okay, battle lines.
I come more to warn you of threats within your walls.
And who would those be?
Those you'd least suspect. People around you. He kind of looks around the party.
Are you going to
I look specifically at a sim.
Yeah.
Since you're the new guy.
Unfortunately, kinda sus.
are you going to provide us with any meaningful insight as to the kinds of threats we should be worried about from within?
What do you know of the gods? Their origin?
As much as most.
Now that is a question.
Checks.
Checks.
Dice.
I have passing religious knowledge.
Can we do a roll?
Yeah, you guys can roll a religion check. Yeah, this one's actually a tough DC.
Yeah.
Did I cast
Yeah, well,
guidance
don't
on
fancy my
this?
chances.
You cannot cast guidance on yourself on this one.
Damn, it was worth a try.
No.
Oh,
I'll
Luumi
take
with
it.
an 18.
Let's
Nice.
go.
Do love
we go.
physical die.
So I will say for Ketch, Vesa, and Heroin. For the three of you, you're not fully certain. You know some gods are the parents of other gods. But that's really about it.
Not super keen on religion, really.
No,
other
not my
than
strong suit either.
Some ideals I align with. Other than that, not much.
Mm-hmm.
For Asim and Luumi, you both know that it's not just birth. Each one of the gods have a core connection. Something that connects them to the being of the world. For the Eternal Dawn, it's the sun. It's the very being of there being light. It is by his grace that there is light. But there's a fear of what happens if you take away that light. If you take away that sun, will the eternal dawn still be there?
Okay. It is a good question. After all, the gods are but manifestations of their own domain. For example, the eternal dawn is what grants us this glorious light upon us. And in its absence, the eternal dawn perhaps is not there.
And so, my question to you, Fiverr. What do you do with the god made up the very beings of humanity?
What do you mean?
The implication is that if there is a god of humanity, and a god is an extension of its, if a god's, iconography is an extension of its concept, then the only way to remove a god of humanity is to remove humanity itself. That's the implication.
An eternal deity.
Or the opposite. If you get rid of the god, does humanity still exist?
Exactly.
Both equally bad.
Like you said, if one gets rid of the sun, does the sun, does the god of the sun still exist? So yeah.
He seems to chuckle a little bit. I'm afraid there was a slight miscommunication.
Oh.
Misunderstanding, rather.
Please do enlighten.
If humanity feels a overwhelming presence of a certain thing, will that not manifest to God?
Theoretically, I suppose.
Well, you are at the heart of the world, are you not?
I suppose fear is a belief. If that belief is strong enough, is that possible? I look to our fucking, future high priestess.
Well, there are certainly gods of certain emotions. I mean, after all, there is, for example, a god of, such emotions such as even empathy and such humility, the warm embrace. Warm embrace itself is a manifestation of the emotions of creatures and the empathy provided by such things. Then I guess, yes, other emotions could bring such things about too. Don't see why not.
Also, add a character. Mhara, is there any way to raise your volume? I have you on 200%. You're so quiet.
My apologies. Hang on, let me check what's happening with my mic. It might be my mic being fucky. Let me have a wee chat.
You can increase your output in Discord if you can't fix your mic. Oh, they deafened. Oh.
They just keep getting quieter and quieter. I'm
No,
like,
I
no.
Okay.
Raise.
My apologies. I think it was using the wrong mic. It might be better now.
You are
Yes,
You
much
are
better. Much better.
much better.
Yeah. It was using my headset mic for some reason instead of my normal mic.
Right.
Yeah,
That's cringe.
It was working so good that I had to turn you down just now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's perfect. Perfect.
Okay then. So what is it so that the people fear that they would manifest?
That's the question. I don't know.
I mean, people fear of death and such things, and there is several deities
Lord.
tied to such things.
Fears there may be some other pieces upon the board that we do not know of yet. I wish to create allies.
I would need to speak with the Eternal Dawn on such things, but
I need to speak with my boss. I look at my boss.
She kind of just gives you like a, I don't know either, Chief. Look.
Excellent.
She seems just taken aback by this by you.
Yeah, but it's quite the bomb to drop, isn't it? Yo, the people are afraid of something. They're gonna manifest something. Don't know what it is, but it might happen.
She seems more worried that a god is worried.
If she's worried, I'm worried.
I look to the Lord and say, "Do you know any such thing of a prophecy?"
Do I?
Mm-hmm.
I do not.
Okay.
Insight.
Go for it.
You
He does.
insight that boy.
He does.
He does.
He set himself up to be a great ally then.
Rather uncouth to lie in front of the Queen, don't you think?
It is uncouth to tempt fate, is it not? Why would I step in and try to alter fate if by doing so could ruin it?
Isn't that what you're trying to do?
By getting allies.
allies?
I'm
One
warning.
could say that the fate is destruction. You're trying to alter that. It makes sense.
As you should. But when he's right, you know, you are by nature trying to avert fate.
Not fate I wish to alter, or prophecy. I wish to make sure it goes to fruition.
You
I
must
was
forgive
told
me.
this city would survive.
Ah,
Mine did not.
well, that's positive.
Yours did not.
No.
What happened?
Well, if you were to go to my home, you'd find a crater.
It is already destroyed?
Indeed.
Whoa. That's
When two gods
that's what-
physically manifest, there's very little that can stop them.
It kind of comes with the God thing.
My lord does not wish to physically manifest if he does not have to. However, he was given little choice.
A tragedy if they should be moved to act in such fashions.
I mean to warn you of some destruction that seems to seek to destroy your city. I cannot act any further than that.
Okay.
So you're
No.
more not asking for our help. You're asking to help us.
You could see it as that way.
I do not think he's asking to help. I believe he has, in his eyes, chosen to help us by warning us of such things, but I must confess I'm not sure where our problem lies.
I recommend going to those things that have been forgotten. Your city is old. Arguably one of the first cities in all of Vernon. Surely there might be some secret, some key, some doorway someone is wishing to open. Some whispers tell that it was here, this very spot, this very heart of the world, that the gods had sealed away a god. Maybe someone wishes to knock on, open it more. Maybe something already has.
For our sake, I hope not. But
I'm afraid that is it for my time here. Must on the next city.
understandable. Well, thank you for the warning, and thank you for your acquaintance.
And thank you, Your Grace, for this audience. He will then give a head bow before departing. You see he goes towards one of the windows before a almost just disappear in a series of sparks.
I fucking hate harbingers. They never bring good news, do they?
Not like a lot of things.
Always grim tidings.
Always grim tides. Part of the name of Jahar is how the job of a harbinger works. Okay, so a forgotten thing. Doorway. Prophecies from time people.
So far, things have been rather eventful, have they not?
I'm going to turn to the Queen. Put my hand in my hat. My Queen, give the word and I will mobilize the Dragon Riders and the Dragon Lords. Anything you need of us.
I feel like we should not take haste too hastily. Caution is our ally, as is also subtlety. We rise up the Dragon Riders right now. That causes panic, causes confusion, which could lead an opening for our enemy.
Then shall we act in secret?
I would ask that the 5 of you do. Let this not leave the 5 of you.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Do you give us permission to investigate to any means?
I give you permission to make sure that the Ithalus does not fall. That, for an end session.
About.
They said the thing.
God damn. We've got a task force.
We're gonna fail the Queen!
Hey, speak for yourself. I intend to succeed.
We literally can't. Like...
No, the only optional outcome is whether or not we survive.
Yeah.
And probably how many people we save.
Mm-hmm. You guys could save people.
Can we,
be nice.
can we save the guy at the start? What was he called?
Oh,
You
I actually
don't
wrote
even
down
remember
his
his name.
name.
Oh my God.
Rona.
Begins with an R.
Rona.
Rona!
I wrote it down.
Rona.
Yeah,
Rona will be
Rona.
saved.
Big hope guy.
Rona, sunburnt guy. That's what I wrote for him.
I'm not
I
gonna
was
lie.
recovering in an inn room.
My brain remembered Renar for some reason. That's a totally different thing.
That's his brother. That's his brother. His brother's really good with sun. He gets a good tan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you all for playing with me. Thank you, chat, for watching.
Thank you for running.
Of course.
Thank
Ah,
Man, I can't believe it's already been 3 hours. It doesn't feel that long.
And
It does
chat,
not.
We'll be back to not tomorrow. Jesus.
Tomorrow!
No.
no.
Let's go!
We will be back next week.
Next week, we will be starting earlier, which means we will also have a longer session.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
But it was, a nice fun intro session.
Yes.
That was a good
Yeah.
intro.
There'll be a lot less monologuing also at the start, thankfully.
We have to set the scene.
We have to set the scene.
Exactly.
Yeah, we have to set the scene.
But until then,
Plus, I
chat,
have an idea on where to start. So.
exactly. And until then, chat. Till next time. Bye bye.
Stay
Bye-bye.